we're finally free from the superhero sessions. Welcome back
For
to
now.
D&D VR. This is number 70.
Exactly.
We're
Finally.
free. We're free. Woo!
Welcome to just
And
like
not-
cuts to 1 month later. We're on episode 70.4.
just so we're clear, I am not leveling up as a mage anymore. I have reached my limit as an enchanter mage. There is nothing beyond my level now.
Ooh, fun.
Well, then what are you leveling up into?
My sorcerer.
You level up your mage and sorcerer at the same time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You don't really have to worry about that.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm Gestalt.
You're gestalted. All you have to do is worry about fixing your health, and that's pretty much it.
Right. But yeah, I get nothing new from mage now.
Other than spell slots, you get new spell slots.
Right. Right.
Which is also pretty fucking
and,
useful.
and feats.
And feats, yeah.
Which I should be getting a according to you. I get an epic level feat now.
Yes, you can indeed start taking epic level intelligence feats. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
If you have a 30,
and I picked the one I want already.
yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
Hi, Jack. What level are we again? 18?
17 now.
Yes.
Okay.
17 because there are 17 because when you were 16 there were a total of 4 more areas you go to. Now that you're 17, there's 3 more areas that you can go to, of which each area grants a single level, of which if you do that area you get it. 3 of them are two of the rest of the areas are mandatory. One of them depends on what happens in the story, and then by the time you fight you guys go to fight the BBEG, you'll probably be 20th.
Hey,
Planning.
it's almost
We'll
like he
find a way
actually
to
has
mess it up.
things planned out a little bit ahead.
I do, though. I joke that I don't, but I do.
No, we'll mess it all up.
Or are you playing 40 chess with us and you're actually just making everything up right out your arse as we're going? But
You'll never
playing
know.
it off. Like you know what you're doing.
It's the Banui.
Woo! Banui!
Ow.
Okay.
Anywho, what happened last time, guys? Does anyone want to tell the classroom what you did?
I committed a minute amount of tomfoolery.
A minute amount of tomfoolery.
My duty says.
Yes,
Hey, did the other two pick what boons they're grabbing?
I have not.
You look at those.
I
Scott,
did
did
mine.
I know you grabbed yours, right? You grabbed expertise.
Yeah, I'm now proficient in every skill that I perform.
Yeah, you're proficient in every skill you perform, and you're now an expert in 3 of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey guys, somehow I accidentally
and
broke the map.
By the way, my epic intelligence feat I want is epic enchanting.
Have
And
to
yes,
send
it
that to
is
me,
an
but yeah.
actual feat.
I bet it is. Anywho, yeah, last time they murdered a child. Good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah.
Now the question is, because she was acknowledgeable of it, is it still murder or is it just assisted suicide?
I don't know.
Ah, morality. Who
I
cares?
like murder.
I like murder. Oh, well, last session was very
morality.
morale questioning. I probably can't even hype up what the fuck happened last time. You'd have to be there to see it. So, you can go check out the YouTube or something. I don't know. I keep my note shit there, kinda. The videos are my notes. Anywho, hey TK.
Oh, no.
He already knows. Just oh dear.
Time for things to go horribly wrong.
Yay!
Today is going to be a fun session. A lot of lines have been crossed. A lot of morales have been...
I
Morality.
never like it when he says that.
What? Hey, TK?
No, but today's gonna be interesting.
It's always interesting.
It's
That
always
usually means
interesting.
something's horribly gonna go horrendously wrong.
Okay. As people downstairs are fighting, you hear you can hear the commotion of people yelling, talking to one another. You hear the sound of someone getting hit, the stairs cracking and crashing. You hear the sound of a couch being moved, and then you hear the sound of a portal being opened and then closed.
I'm probably gonna get up and go see what the frick that was.
You see down the stairs, you see Draco. You currently see Draco, Axel, and you also see Ravel and Nutters both sitting on a couch eating popcorn.
What happened?
Nothing. What do you mean?
I heard like a ton of fighting, a crash, like a portal being opened. Something happened.
Yeah, no, that's normal.
I know it's not normal. Why are you all lying to me?
Ravel shakes his head softly. He's.
I challenged you guys enough. I know your BS.
You all have some strange problems to talk about.
You think?
I don't think daddy issues covers all of this.
I think we're a bit beyond that at this point. Just a hunch.
You hear your phoenix cooing behind you, just.
Huh.
And your phoenix isn't perched up on you right now.
I can hear it even though it's not in the room.
Looking back, you see a hooded figure holding your phoenix. Just give him scritches.
Who's that?
You know who it is.
Wait, is that Death?
No. It's worse.
Dedra?
It's Desra.
Oh no.
So
Not
that
that
was a spectacle.
That's one way to
Yeah.
call it.
That's an understatement of the century.
Indeed.
I still didn't get to turn that water into chocolate. Damn.
You did?
No. I almost did. But then that slime thing ate it all. And she gives the...
I should have expected you were the villain as soon as the chocolate rain started happening.
Me? A villain? I would never.
You were about to destroy the entire city.
No. I wasn't gonna destroy the city. Much.
You were raining chocolate rain on the entire city, destroying everything, and the dam was about to explode.
Okay, that was correlation, not causation. I didn't mean for that to happen. I was just making the water chocolatey. But then there was a bunch of minerals and stanky shit inside of the chocolate, and I didn't want that inside my chocolate because I wanted a specific kind of chocolate, and pneumonia and iron doesn't exactly go well inside of chocolate.
Well, let's not get caught up in semantics. What brings you here?
Honestly, I saw the rabbit run at like Mach 3 and then kick someone, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious.
What?
You should have told me I was wrong. We don't call them epic feats anymore. Legendary feats in 5e.
Potato, potato.
Potato,
I get-
active nuclear warhead. What's the difference?
The epic boon things that we got.
Yes, your epic booner.
Did you get what I sent?
You said something?
I sent it when you told us to look around, and then I immediately showed you it.
Which one did you choose?
I gotta find it now.
Wait, where do you find the boons? Like in the Beyond to put them in?
I don't know.
Give me a second, I'll link you to the
On a
table
flight.
I found.
You know, because I have all the boons. I've already chosen my boon. I just need to figure out how to put it into Beyond.
You put it in your notes.
I like that.
I can't find it.
Right.
We talk too much.
So Desra looks at you, Tika, and she says, "So, how's Calvin?"
Here, I'm posting it in
Oh, here it is.
I don't remember it
D&D
being
chat.
called Calvin.
There it is.
There's
Because
the
I
epic
think it's
boon.
the only one that could work for me.
What do you
'Cause the
I'm
other one-
remember
assuming
it
you're
being
talking
called?
about the Phoenix.
What do you remember it being called?
You do have a point.
Exactly. It is Calvin.
Oh,
Go look
for
at
once,
your,
a piece of information I didn't have to dive into my
It-
memories to go and get.
look in your extra chat in your extra tab. You already know its name.
I, as a player, didn't know the name.
Your character does. Don't worry, I got you, fam. Look at your extra tab. You'll see the. You should see the Wii
hey.
Phoenix.
Neat. And stat block and everything.
Yeah,
You know-
I made that like
Wait.
so fucking long ago.
Wait, this thing has friggin' spell casting?
Yes, it does.
Is it bad that I have to say now that it's probably pretty obvious now that I haven't looked at all this at all until this exact moment?
It just hey, hi Jack. The craft epic items. It's literally the benefit. The character can craft items that exceed normal limits for such items.
You already do that though.
Right. So how would that apply as an epic feat?
Wait,
Would that
Uh,
mean that I could go beyond the bonus, like, you know, whereas normal a ring of protection plus 3 is as high as you can go, I could technically make like a ring of protection plus 6.
according to this,
I don't know.
it can cast spells, but there's no spells.
I know you don't know those yet.
Oh.
How about we just say that, because with my class, the highest I can do right now, if I was to just take a sword and give it a plus, is still plus 3.
Plus 3, yeah. And then you could
How
probably
about-
give it like a temporary plus mod equal to your proficiency bonus.
Right, I was gonna say, why don't we just say the epic crafting would just mean that I can add my proficiency bonus to an enchantment.
Because if that's a protection enchantment, that breaks a few things.
Well, okay, how about this? How about I can add 1 plus 1 for every 2 spell slots I sacrifice. So I could, cause like I'm already having to sacrifice spell slots for the plus 3. I have to
Yeah.
sacrifice 3. I have to sacrifice 3 spell slots to craft I give, like, let's say a sword, just a basic plus 3 cost me 3 slots, 3 enchantment slots. So what about if I want to add more than that for every 2 more slots I spend, I can add 1 more plus.
I feel like this might be something not to think of on the fly and give it a bit to think about. So we'll loop back to this definitely.
Okay.
It's just
Hmm.
this is it's a very powerful item, and we have to figure out a way to accommodate it in without breaking too much. Anywho, hey TK,
Yes.
what are you doing?
You know what? How about I
Ooh.
just keep it simple, and this time around for this level, I'll take that at 20th level when Nutters is basically gonna become an NPC anyway.
Mhm.
And I will just let him do whatever because he's a god at that point. So this time around, I think I'm just gonna take epic level casting.
Yeah, when you get that opportunity of feat.
Meaning I can cast 1 epic level spell
Yeah,
a day.
yeah. Make sure you send me the spell you want to pick up though.
Oh no, that's not how epic casting works.
Isn't it?
I can cast any epic level spell I know once per day. That's how an epic level spell works. You can only do them once per day.
I know,
But
but
it's the same as like any other magician. I still have to have the spells, mind you.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying when you pick up that feat, tell me which one you pick up. 'Cause
Which
you-
spell that
yeah.
I'm gonna pick up first? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
That's what.
Because
I'm
I mean,
asking.
I can technically have more than
You could
one,
technically
but-
have more than one, but as soon as you pick up the feat, you are going to naturally, of course, get one.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
And that
y'all-
that could either be one from the natural list, or you could make one.
Oh, I've actually got the epic levels book.
All right. Okay.
It's got all the seeds for creating your own spells or for just picking the ones.
Ooh,
I'm good.
fun. Anywho, Desra raises her arms up as the phoenix flies over, perches on your shoulder, TK.
All right.
Well, Tiger, I'm gonna pop out. It's been
Okay.
lovely seeing all of you.
Safe travels, I guess.
Rabbit, Fur doll. Nutters. She leaves.
All right.
She looked at you when she said fur ball, Scout. I mean, son.
Ah,
Nutters gives her an IOU for Snuggles.
She nods. And she writes something on a piece of paper. And she gives it to you.
That's what I'm saying. Nutters just hands her an IOU. For it says IOU Snuggles.
She hands you she hands you another piece of paper.
A
Of which
receipt.
no, on it it's a string of digits and numbers.
Lovely.
Scott Des was phone
Let's see.
number.
Let's
all
see.
you need, all you need is a phone.
All you need is a phone. What's a phone? All right.
I think we need to get the entire party together.
Stark has a phone.
I'm gonna store the string of numbers in my sending stone.
Nice. The number you are dialing's inbox is full. Please call again later.
Watching you as the phone number.
Oh my
two,
God.
Domino.
Hey, Hijack.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do epic counter spell.
Interesting. Make sure you send that to me so I can personally make sure I remember what that does. Anywho,
Anyway,
everyone is probably still a bit exhausted. So,
well, before we do anything else, I think, considering how things have been going as of late, I think the entire party just needs to get together and freaking figure some things out.
Am I still in the place with Melna and Joe?
currently,
Alright.
keep going.
Want me to just keep going?
If you want, unless Scout, Tupa, Axel, Tupa, or Draco want to pitch in.
I'm wanting to just round up the party so we can go over a few things.
Don't hate me when you read this.
I
'Cause
hate
this is
you.
canon. It's not homebrew.
I hate you. I trust you, Anakin. You're the chosen one.
I just want to rest my head and relax.
Too bad.
Well,
Too bad.
Too bad. You're a cat. Just
Do
lay
that
on your
off
side.
screen.
Bad. So sad.
playing PK while he's asleep.
Table freaking feeling very empty today. Not gonna lie. Or at least the version here in VR chat.
Alright, so what that one lets you do is it lets you save your reaction, and any number of spells cast in a turn, you could just counterspell it.
Uh-huh.
But as soon as you use it in that
Oh,
turn order, because of how the thing works, that's your... How long does it last? Is it just for that round?
That's the thing with this particular one, is all it does is it improves counter spell. So, this isn't one that I only have once per day. This is one that I can literally counter spell any number of spells per round. What that means is, it's not that I can just, every time somebody casts a spell, I can counter it. I can only do one at a time. And all it means that's different than any other regular counter spell that is reactive, or what the reactive counter spell, which I already have. It means that I could do it flat-footed, meaning I can do it even if I'm prone or anything else, as well as it doesn't cost me an action to do.
Or a reaction?
That's the only thing really that it adds to that, is that it doesn't cost me an action to
Counterspell normally
reactive
doesn't...
counter.
Counterspell normally doesn't take a reaction. Or an action. Just the
Right.
reaction.
Okay, so what you're saying is that we'll still have the ability to cast it multiple times in
Yeah,
a
yeah,
round.
yeah.
It's still nice.
Yeah, it's still definitely 9.
So that's a no on that one.
No, you could technically take that one. All it would
Because,
do is
I mean-
improving, like, if multiple spells are cast in a turn, you could counter any number of them.
Yeah.
But
Which is pretty damn powerful.
pretty damn powerful, yeah.
If against somebody spellcasting, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Anywho,
But it's also epic level, so they're gonna have a hard time countering my counter.
yeah, definitely. Anywho,
Okay.
what's happening here?
All right. What were we doing? Oh yeah, I was rounding up the entire party to try and just get to the bottom of a few things.
And now Jerome pops up.
Is Joe with me?
Vessel is not with you at the moment.
Alright.
And since we're doing a Nutter's home session for this moment, here's the map for everybody.
Donka?
Alright. Probably just gonna round everyone up into a like comfortable living space, like a main room or something. Like place with all the couches or something like that on the
Took
first
one that I
floor.
think you take.
It goes first floor, second floor, and the bottom one's the basement.
Yeah. First floor, top left. That's probably where I'm rounding everyone up for a meeting.
Currently on the bottom floor is Jerome, Draco, Nutters. Axel is not here.
So Axel's not here at the table.
He's not in the
or-
immediate room.
Well, I'm gonna go round everyone up.
So you head upstairs and you knock on Axel's door.
Nutters looks at everybody in the room with him and goes, "Don't tell him about the intercom system."
Today's Pizza Friday.
The fuck is the intercom?
I believe it stands for
So-
intercommunication.
Does
Yeah.
Axel respond?
Nope.
Axel's not responding?
Nope.
And he might be somewhere else. I yelled down the stairs if anyone's seen where Axel went.
Hey, that on my let me whisper in your ear.
Nutters, can you just call for Axel? I don't want to have to wait here for any longer than I need to.
I'm gonna ask Nutters if he's seen where Axel went.
Nutters reaches over and presses a button on the wall. "Hey, Axel!" As a speaker in every room in the house repeats it.
Huh.
Mm.
So I didn't
Don't-
have to go upstairs.
Why wouldn't I put sending stones in every room?
Oh. But that was the thing. How was I supposed to know?
It's Nutter's proprietary magic item. The sending
Sure.
stone. It's one of the first things you learn how to make.
You see Rilf walking by with like a milk crate full of different potions.
Mm.
Someone's been
Uh,
busy.
Howdy.
What's with the potions?
It's how I do my magic. Each potion has its own different effect. I don't have many things I'm good at, but potions is one of them.
Alright. Have you seen where Axel went?
You mean Tibble?
Yes.
I guess. Have you seen him?
Last time I saw him, he was shot putting that turkey down to New Mexico. I
The
did.
fuck is New Mexico?
It's a gambling parlor.
Ah,
I haven't seen him leave the house, if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so there's at least that, so he's around. He's not outside in the cart or
Up.
something.
And at that, I point him to the alchemist laboratory.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Nutters.
By the way, it's on the first floor on the bottom left side in that
So-
tower.
Tibble wanders off.
I tell him if you do anything dangerous, there's a secondary lab in the basement.
Mm.
He walks down to the secondary lab.
I'm just going to ignore the potential dangers of whatever the world he's doing and continue searching for Axel.
He's got a lot of goo.
Considering it seems like Axel ain't responding to the whatever the intercom is, or knocking, I really am not sure how to round him up here. Hmm.
Have you checked his room?
What?
Have you checked his room? Ravel
I
is
knocked on his
checking.
door, but he wasn't responding.
Did you knock harder?
I'll go try. I give it a very solid knock this time.
Axel,
Hmm.
do you respond to TK?
People scrambling.
I'm
I
gonna
just
use
hear
an
scrambling.
I'm gonna walk up to TK. Like,
Alright.
why don't you just try
Alright.
this? I plane shift. I'll use my 8th level spell slot to plane shift myself to Axel's room.
Doesn't work like that.
Doesn't work like that. Plane shift takes you to other planes. Doesn't take you to places in the
Watch
same plane.
this! Ha! And you're in the water dimension and you're drowning.
Also, you cannot dimension door, plane shift, or teleport out of a demi-plane, nor can you do it into it.
You can jump into a demi.
The only way to access a demi-plane is through the chosen door of the creator of the demi-plane.
You can plane shift into a demi-plane. It's very
No,
likely
you
and
can't.
very hard.
Not even a, yeah, it says even a god can't force themselves into a private demi-plane without using
private
the
door.
door.
Yeah.
Desra does it all the time.
Desra has an open invitation there.
And she's directly connected to the magic that makes up the demi-plane.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah.
she doesn't directly fuck with anything in the demi-plane?
Well, that she actually couldn't do,
No.
according to
neither
the law of the plane.
Not permanently, at least.
Only the creator
Yeah.
can actually make. Only the creator can make changes.
Anyway.
So so she could probably change something, but it would immediately.
It would change back as soon as you change it back, yeah. Just like
Anyway.
just a waterfall of liquid chocolate. You're like, that's not supposed to be there.
I'll just say this: you hear objects moving inside.
Okay. I'm gonna wait patiently by the door since apparently he's doing something. Hopefully he'll answer soon.
I
How
check
long do
if
you
the
wanna
door is locked.
It isn't.
I open the door.
Really, dude? Dude, you don't just do that. How would you like it if I opened up the door on to your room?
Then that's your problem.
He could have
It's
been
hard-
masturbating.
I
I'm
mean,
trying to honor someone's privacy.
with intercoms there is no privacy.
That's
What?
just vocals. The scrying stones are what are used to spy on you. I'm not
Wait,
saying
what?
we have scrying stones in every room. I'm just not saying it.
Anyways, you see me
Okay, I'm
looking
gonna have
at.
to search my room thoroughly later.
If they were easily
Anyway.
findable, they would not be useful as scrying stones.
I give a very a squinting look at him.
Ravel just takes a sip of whatever's in his cup.
Just sips tea.
Yeah, he's very nonchalant about it.
Well,
What? Do you-
invasions of privacy.
What makes you think you do something cool enough to be stalked?
Everybody
He walks away. Just mic
I
drop.
take it. Girl King will remember that.
Mic drop.
Ooh,
Whoa,
Oh.
robot.
Did
Quickly.
someone cast vicious mockery here? I feel hurt. Anyway,
yes.
My connection
Ugh.
jumped me.
Ooh, it still is.
anyway.
Oh, it still is. What's happening inside of Axel's room, Axel?
It's a bit of a mess. I'm on near a table looking at pictures of drawings.
looking at pictures
I'm
of
having a meeting
Yes.
downstairs if you would care to join us.
Mm. Completely ignoring.
I have returned.
Hey, Jack.
What's,
Can
what's
I?
got you so busy?
Can you?
Nothing.
Then come on down.
I'm trying to see if I can recognize, like, if these people were, it's the same drawings that the girl showed before. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
A bunch
way.
of them are just of different people who've probably been fighting inside of that arena, inside of Capital. One of them is an unfinished drawing of all of you and your hero forms, just kind of intermingled. And they're not like they're child drawings. They're child drawings. They're like ooh yeah,
Right.
that's great. We'll put it up on the fridge.
And then throw it away when we're not looking.
Yeah,
But they're decent enough to where we can recognize ourselves in them.
yeah. I'm
Mm.
guessing you're probably talking about the photos where she's drawn with her parents, and then
Mhm.
she's drawn with a looming figure and her parents missing their heads.
Yep.
Well, insight.
Rolling. Where's the pot? There it is. And like just sticking insight. 20.
Okay.
My insight's plus 10.
Working on a bit of a storyboard, you've kind of set up drawings in a specific order. It slowly starts very peaceful, but they grow a bit grim, but like child grim, like the type of thing where it's like, this is me, this is daddy, and this is Yarkathan, the one that lives in my closet type shit. You see the looming figure become a lot more predominant with drawings that she's drawn herself in. And you see in a few of them, in at least one of them, the looming figure is not there, and they're sitting upon a throne, and they're smiling. And then in another one, they're just kind of standing, and their palms are colored with red crayon.
Oh.
Does the shadow figure have purple eyes?
The shadow figure does have purple eyes.
Hmm. Can I
Reminiscent of Armor, Tibble, and from what you know, milady. What's her name? Hold on.
Can I freely talk to, I guess, Shroud, or whatever his name is?
Well, currently in the room with you is TK and Son.
Yeah, I'm downstairs drinking some acorn wine.
No, Shroud.
I know. I'm just saying these other two people are in the room. If you want to try to summon Shroud, they are there.
So they will see him too.
Maybe.
Hmm. I'm still thinking because I would it could be what's her name? The female armor.
Hold
Barley.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, her.
Barley.
Does she have purple eyes?
She does also have purple eyes.
All of them have purple eyes.
All of them do.
I have purple eyes.
It was you.
Well, oh, it's more pink
My
purple.
God.
It's more pink with hearts on it.
Shut up.
They do recently, looking in the mirror, do have a more purplish hue to them.
Can't make out the figure though, so still thinking. It's just a shadow of.
You two see Axel looming over the drawn photos.
I'm gonna see what he's looking at.
You see exactly what I just described to you,
Yeah.
but to you it's more scrambled, less than storyboarded.
Huh.
Axel's room is very much starting. You know those red string conspiracy
Yeah.
series? That's what kind of like Axel's room is looking at right now.
Axel,
Great. Now we
you
have
you
two
okay?
conspiracy theorists.
No,
Great. Now I know two conspiracy theorists.
it's not really
We-
conspiracy. It's more of thinking.
Looks like
really
a
working on
conspiracy. Looks like a Starlights conspiracy board.
Well, maybe go.
Oh yeah, I
Talk to
forgot
him.
Stark has a conspiracy board.
He does.
I forgot that's canon.
Ay,
I mean, he's right there. It's pointing at Scout's shoulder.
I forgot what his conspiracy was on though.
Tacos.
Tacos.
It probably has something to do with fucking Shroud.
Oh no, he knows
Go-
everything about Shroud. He just can't say anything about him.
He knows that we just can't say anything.
Pretty much.
Confusion.
Hi, confusion.
That's West's joke. You can't take West's joke.
I am conflict, not confusion.
did.
Hey, Jerome, what are you doing right now?
I'm just waiting in the room because I was told to wait.
Yeah. Axel, would you mind taking a break? Come on down. I think there's some things we, as a party, need to discuss.
Fine.
Good. Is there anyone else I need to round up?
It's up to you. Who else do you want to pull in?
Pretty much
Just add-
anyone who's in the party who is here.
The only one who isn't here would be Vessel.
Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire
Also
song.
Tupa. You have Tupa. Where's
So-
Tupa? What's Tupa up to?
I'm just Tupa's just meditating after the tournament. I don't know.
Okay.
Where's the quietest place in Nutters?
Probably your own room.
Okay, yeah. I'm in my own room meditating.
That's gonna change in a second.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah, everybody has their own room.
Yeah.
It's either on the first or second floor, depending on what
Second
you
floor.
picked.
Second floor.
Then you're most likely in the second floor or lower east wing.
Approaching.
Let's gather.
You three approach up to Tupa's door. What are you doing?
I first give it a good knock, see if there's a reaction.
Nope, nothing.
Hang on. I've
Knock,
got a
knock.
perfect thing.
I knock.
Nothing. Nothing.
Coming in. Open the door.
Wait.
Don't.
Wait.
Is the
Hi,
door
Jack.
locked, Tupa?
Yeah.
I Dick.
Yes.
Hang on.
Your
If
scheme
the door's
doesn't- your scheme doesn't work, son.
if the door's locked, I do this. Look in DMs.
Can
As
I
soon as
enslave the
as soon as,
Beacorn?
as soon as I hear someone try the handle,
I'm sorry, can you
kinda
enslave the
open
what?
My eyes.
Devlin?
The beacorns. Remember, I've been slowly populating my world with beacorns. I should have a nice little hunk of them living here by
Yeah,
now.
you can.
I,
You could so enslave
mean-
the beacorns.
well,
What?
not really enslave them as much as I mean they're already looking at me as their creator, so I would have them doing things like they would be cleaning up and picking up around the house. And
Evelyn. You, what
you
about the
can-
what about the dragon though?
Well, oh yeah, the black dragon
what Black Dragon? What about him?
collecting bugs,
Butterflies, whatnot.
Beacorns aren't bugs.
collecting flies or something stuff.
Collects, but his hoard is butterflies.
Butterflies. The one collecting butterflies.
Well,
They
he does more than that now. He does all insects. Remember?
No, it's still just butterflies.
Oh no, we convinced him to also take care of all insects.
He takes
For
care of
the
the
agreement-
insects. He
For,
takes
for
care
the
of the
agreement,
insects, but he
for
hoards
the
the
agreement
butterflies.
that we would for the agreement that we would bring in butterflies for him.
Yeah, we get to bring him butterflies.
You gotta
Right,
bring
but in
butterflies.
turn, he takes care of all of the insects.
Anyways, I kicked down the door.
Roll strength.
Don't.
Do I really need roll strength for my
Roll dex. Roll dex.
I'm preparing Gust.
Gonna help.
By the way, I just want to be clear, I'm drinking wine in real life, so,
Fair
yeah, Nutters is swilling on some acorn wine.
Oof, that's a 1. I'm gonna lucky that.
Would
11.
You'd break your shoulder.
11.
For the one.
Hang on.
Uh-huh.
11
Plus 6.
plus 6
Oh.
plus
Isn't
7.
it?
I need to
plus
look
7
up
then.
some rules on that, because that's not actually a door you're ramming against.
Yeah, I know. As Tupa, you hear on your door a very loud knock as there's a
And a rabbit's sized footprint is now marking your door.
it slowly molds back to normal.
Oh,
Yeah, it's literally indestructible.
still nothing.
I mean, I'm
I
not trying
want
to.
to point that out. It's literally indestructible.
I'm not trying to destroy it. I'm just trying to get their attention. They're probably sleeping.
Alright,
For all we
I'm
know.
just saying, you wouldn't be able to knock it down. Like, an ogre couldn't shoulder that door down.
I'm not no ogre. I'm a bunny.
What are you
Well-
up to? What are you gonna do, Draco?
Knock again.
Okay.
If they don't respond out of this knock, I guess they're just not awake.
Lot of knocking happening at your door, Tupa. What you up to? Just still
I'm just continuously knocking.
How long are you knocking for?
As long as it takes.
How long are you knocking for?
I'll knock for the next 2 hours.
Okay.
I mean, he's a cat. They get really distracted easily.
Just little Draco fingers under the door. Just.
There's claw marks on the door now.
Okay.
He usually has a scratching post.
After like a minute, I'll
Good
go
grief.
to the door and I'll peek out.
You hear distress
Unlock it.
cat
and peek
meows.
out.
You just see me knocking on it continuously. Hi!
Meow, meow,
Hello.
meow.
What would you like?
Oh, I'm trying to rally the group for a meeting down in the common room.
Down in the deep.
When?
Now.
Now.
Give me 10, and I slam the door. Lock it in.
I'm gonna continue knocking till you come out.
Oh my god, I'm just gonna keep moving on.
I don't have any. Well,
Since you said in 10, so it gives me 10 minutes to find our last.
There is no time in the Phaeton.
That's kind of true.
then-
Relative time.
Never mind.
I look at the clock. It's just spinning.
Nobody asked you.
It's spinning northwards.
The clock itself, not
Yeah.
not the thing.
Not,
it's just
not the
itself.
not the hands. The clock is spinning.
Anyway,
If we could turn back time.
let's see. Is there anyone else?
Nope.
I think
that's
Vessel's
everyone.
the last one.
Yeah, but Vessel's out doing Melna shit.
Yeah, so can't really bring him in. So I guess just go down and meet up with everyone down in the room.
Jerome,
Actually,
for the past 2 minutes, Ravel has been down sitting in the room with you, and he's given you a mug of ale.
Oh, what?
Mug of ale.
Oh, yeah, I've been drinking, my acorn wine that he made me.
Yeah.
Like,
fine.
Nutters is sipping on some acorn wine in his like full blown out fine.
He's got-
fine
his
pimp
fine
outfit.
bathrobe.
I was gonna say very fine bathrobe.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing too.
Actually, don't
He
forget,
just
I
looks like a
did,
millionaire just
Yeah,
living the best
he
life.
made a pimp outfit.
yeah, you would actually see me wearing my pimp jacket.
He's
It
got a
is,
pimp jacket now.
Yeah.
I can't believe you have a pimp jacket.
Is it just normal ale or is it a special type of ale?
You have no idea.
All right.
You would know that Ravel is known for his herbalism skills, though,
So he makes
as
I
well
don't
as
know
his
that.
brewing
beer.
skills.
I don't think this is. This is.
Ravel's
technically the first time in this.
been learning brewing from like some of the best in the universe.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, but I don't think Jerome would know that. Isn't this his first time in this?
It is. It
dimension?
is. This is your first time
Oh,
meeting.
yeah.
This is your first time meeting Ravel, and the question is,
oh,
how hard on your ass are you about to be hit?
And the question is, do I even accept it from this unknown patron?
You can trust him.
It's a very tall Goliath, so he does rival your height, being a little bit taller than you.
Oh no, wait,
He's-
I was here before.
Yeah, you've
Right
met him.
before we
You've
went
met
to.
him
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
He's got a fucking arsenal on his back.
I'm gonna do an insight check to
I mean-
see if I can tell what his intentions are.
Technically, you've been here before when we ran away from the crater that we were being
From the
chased from.
Yeah.
here's the description of Nutter's new jacket that you see him wearing.
You don't really sense any intention. He's just brought you a drink.
All right. I
being
guess I'll take a
hospitable.
sip.
Okay, make a con save.
Oops, it's only the first one. It's the 13.
13. Okay, plus
Plus 9.
plus 9. Okay. So the drink the liquid itself is this kind of purplish black that swirls around, and the foam on top actually sparkles.
Unicorn semen. Oh wait, no, that's rainbow colored. Sorry.
Oh my
Why?
lord.
And
And they
as
say I'm
you
the lewd one.
as you drink it,
You gotta leave it to Nutter to demonetize your videos for you.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Not con.
Roll that one.
Well,
He already
Roll
rolled
that
con.
one. Oh.
Wisdom is plus 11. So that is a 28.
For the next hour, you have a spell active on you, known as Gift of Alacrity.
I cast a spell on you.
What does that do?
You can re-roll 1d20
Oh, okay.
and take the new result.
oh, so he got a grog skill.
Oh, he basically got like a lucky.
He's been watching Nutters for a while now. He's been trying to figure out how to pull some enchanting from. Though he's not magical himself in very much, he's learning how to use herbs to
create magical effects.
make magical effects. Yes.
Anyway, is everyone gathered?
And Nutter looks up. It's like we've been waiting on you.
What's Tuba
Alright.
doing during these 10 minutes?
Mentally preparing herself.
As Draco actively, constantly knocks on her door.
Meow, 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 meow,
Yes.
meow, meow.
Ravel kind of looks at you, Jerome. He's like, I wondered what that would do.
Excuse me?
He scratches his chin. He's like, well, you didn't implode, so that's a good sign. He walks away.
If you wanted to test subject, you could have just asked.
I did ask.
Yeah, he technically did. Can't
He did.
can't fault him. He did ask. He didn't ask.
Baited.
He wasn't straight with exactly what he was doing, but he did ask.
I mean, he
Debated.
could have just asked me to be a test subject. It would have made things a lot simpler.
Yeah, I mean, it was simple. You took the drink. Yeah, first.
As long as you're inside this household, you've committed yourself to being a test subject. It's
He
on the
doesn't point
release
it.
form.
There was no release form!
Yes,
There wasn't a
was.
release form?
I've signed no release form.
You're handed a form.
Huh.
I will read through all of the terms and service.
So I'm just want to get the meeting
That
on
is, what are the
over
terms
with.
and
I scroll to the
services?
bottom and hit accept.
What do you say?
What are the terms and service for the release form for the Nutter's house?
Nutters is a what's the word? A beneficent dictator. So
I'm picturing it's like 50
no,
pages
no,
long.
no, not really. No, there's only several basic rules in this household. For one is I'm not worried about damage to the house because you're not hurting nothing here. Not for real. Like, you can't hurt nothing here. But there is an ecosystem of living things in the woods, as well as the beacorns that are now starting to populate this place, and they are protected. So, under no circumstances can any action
Be
that you
taken against
do
them.
result in the harm of any living creatures within this space, including the other people here.
Right.
Meaning you are forbidden from harming any living thing within this demiplane. Failure is going to be a resounding, you literally get slung out of the demiplane like a slingshot onto your butt.
Or you get the
Right.
paddleboard on the butt from Ravel.
Right. Depending on how bad it was. Secondary rule is that all materials and goods brought into the demiplane belong to the group. Meaning, if you bring stuff in here, it now does not belong to you, it belongs to everybody in the group. Things that you keep on your person are yours, and there is no stealing allowed. But on that note, if you've got something somebody needs and you're not using it, and they pick it up and start using it, then yeah,
Look.
tough. Yeah.
With that, Jerome wouldn't sign it.
Anything in your
Or-
room does not get touched.
Yeah, anything within your room is your personal items.
Right.
Any,
It's just
your-
things you
your-
leave around in public spaces.
If
Yeah,
you leave
right.
if you leave a gallon of purple worm venom on the kitchen table, expect Ravel to take it. Is basically what that means.
Yeah, basically,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Thievery is not allowed. Anything that you keep in your private room is yours, as long as you do not break rule number 1
Of no harm.
of no harm.
So there's no spying, totally no spying in your room at all. We do not see anything at all going on in your room.
We do not know whether or not you were masturbating.
The walls are paper thin. We can hear the claps.
Let's move on.
Ravel comes back with a neon orange brew, and he puts it on the table. Who's next?
And the secondary is that everybody here is guaranteed protection while in this demiplane.
Right.
So that if you choose to be a test subject,
Yeah.
there will be no long-term harm that can come from it.
Right.
Yet.
Yeah,
That way, if you're asked if you want to test something out, you don't have to worry. Oh, will this totally ruin my life?
Yeah, right. You're not gonna have to be like, is this gonna kill me, or is this gonna like deform me permanently? That's not gonna happen.
until it
would-
does.
If
As-
that
as-
would
as-
happen,
as-
the effect just won't take place.
Right. I was gonna say if it does, Nutters is pretty powerful wizard. He could
You could reverse it.
probably
Oh, which I
restore you, or just stop the effect from happening if needed be.
Yeah, that's why you get a lot of interesting from Ravel when sign doesn't work.
But
TK
what
said-
he is making is for good. He's not trying to hurt anybody. Anything that might actually does cause pain is going to be an accident that he would probably fix.
Ravel does say
Because
that one in the table does actually hurt. It's very spicy. I call it a barbarian's brew.
Back.
Ravel,
Are there
as
any
he's
other
leaving,
rules?
leaving the room, he points at the drink he just put, which is a neon orange. It says, "That one is spicy. If you drink that, it probably will hurt. I'm going to warn you. It's called a barbarian's brew. It's meant for someone with a bit more of a tough gullet."
Are those the only rules of the Demiplan?
That was it.
Fair. I'll accept.
Oh, wait. There is one final caveat rule before you sign. You are responsible for any living thing that you bring into this place. If you bring someone in, you can invite people in. You are responsible for them if they steal or do damage to any of life here. Not only will they be reprimanded, but you will face the same reprimand as they did.
Right.
As that's mentioned, you guys hear a vibration from downstairs and a small and a whoops.
Oh dear. Anyway,
Ravel
let's
picks
see.
up a mop and he walks downstairs.
Do you have a pen anywhere?
There is a pen.
Then I shall sign it.
And by pen, you mean a quill and ink,
Yes.
right?
Yes, a pen.
Yeah, pen.
No, Nutters is a good guy, man. He would never like put y'all in intentional harm, and he would do everything he could to protect the group
Right.
while on this mission.
Unless it's for profit. Am I right, West?
Oh
Gotta
no,
make the
he
profit.
wouldn't. He's already so rich that he doesn't even care about money anymore.
Right.
I'm just gonna be real. I mean, for real. Look. You want? Would you like to hear how much money Nutters actually has stored away
No.
in this house hidden?
No.
46,853,015 gold.
Enchanters. They make a lot. Anywho. Yeah. Everyone is
2
now
hours in. All right.
as- Oh,
Nutters is also a bit of a miser. So, yeah, that's money he's been holding on to since literally first level.
and with that, the 10 minutes pass and Tupa comes on down to the room.
Alright.
As everyone finally funnels down into the
Sun
living
gets hit in
room.
the Sun gets hit in the face by a door.
Alright.
The table is yours.
Instruct the beakhorns to make everyone a salad.
They pick up
So,
the leaf. They pick
immediately
up the leaf
disappointed.
kin and walk off for ritual sacrifice.
So, why did you call this meeting?
So, after what happened at the arena, I just want to try and figure out and set the record straight. Considering the whole arena incident that kind of came out of nowhere, and also the previous Lycan incident, I don't want there to be any more secrets that I don't know about. And for everyone here to all be on the same page about everything.
Technically, I did not know about the Lycan either.
Exactly. It kind of would be nice to know those kinds of things.
And I
As well
am
as
not
anything
Lycan.
else that we all know, that someone knows that they're not telling us, that might be important. Because if we're going to actually save the entire universe, we might kind of want to know all about each other so we can actually work together here. Because otherwise, I think we may be totally screwed. So is there anything that no one is telling us? Anything from why, if there's a secondary reason why you're on this in this group, other than, you know, the entire multiverse being destroyed,
I was kidnapped.
or really?
Yeah, we kidnapped him by
I
accident.
Yeah.
I just
A
kinda
long time
saw
ago we
you-
kidnapped
We accidentally kidnapped someone. That's not something you just do accidentally.
Well, somehow we did.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly an accident, but it was a very long time ago.
The amount of concern I have rises by the day.
I was trying to get away from this, and then I got dragged into the whole party again. And then I got kidnapped, and then he saved me, and I'm stuck in the party still.
Draco.
What?
You see Desra.
Well, I'm here
walk-
because Desert told me.
Draco, you see Desra walk behind TK, and she's holding a sword that looks like it's a balloon, and then she walks through a wall.
Not the balloon sword.
The balloon
It's
sword.
the balloon sword. She found it.
Oh no.
Nah,
What happened to Sage?
don't worry about it.
So,
Keep-
anyone have anything they would be willing to say? Like anything they think is vitally important that they should clear the air with right now to make sure that we're all on the same page. I know for you, you're Lycan, so now we know that.
And now
I'm
I know
pretty sure.
that.
Yeah, so we can be more careful about nighttime situations.
Nutters raises his hand.
Yes, Nutters? Do you have
I'm the
anything you wanna
cutest
clear?
one. I'm the cutest one here. Just
Ravel
so we're
looks-
clear.
Ravel looks at you and says, I challenge that.
Okay, that is not exactly the kind of thing I was looking for.
Ravel, I'm sorry, but sadly and reluctantly,
I have a charisma of 30 now, so let's be
Ravel,
clear.
Ravel puts a little bow in his hair.
I had to. agree
This
with
is
Nutters
not
on that
what
one.
I was.
He looks down, he
intending.
puts the bow on Nutters, and he walks away.
Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, anything else, Nutters, you might want to tell that might be very important for everyone to know?
I got a new jacket. He shows it off.
We can tell.
It's purple with gold trim.
I'm more
looks
talking.
good.
I'm more talking along. I'm more looking along the line of things like the whole Lycan thing. Is there anything like that that could either be hazardous or super important to the party that we need to know?
I don't have like a copy.
Yeah, I didn't like it a lot.
He wants to become a god.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a god.
Well, I guess that's pretty important. What will we do if you ascend before we get to the whole final battle thing?
Then my apprentice will take over in my behest.
Okay, so at least we got that going. So we have
Which
have
I-
it-
yeah,
it's
by the way,
contingency.
I'm yet to find my apprentice.
That's going to be in the next area.
Then we're gonna have to keep an eye out
Yeah.
for someone who would be willing to
Yeah,
take up your mantle.
I showed Thrill King a drawing of a Fuzzy Buzzy.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna go clockwise around the room. Who's next?
Who's next?
I don't know who's next. I don't know the position of everybody.
Oh, yeah. This is yes and time, bitches. Who's next?
Very
Oh,
well.
wait. Nutters holds up his hand again.
Yes.
I'm a little drunk.
Good to know. Next.
I care not what happens to this universe and/or timeline.
Well, that's
You care a little.
grand.
You care a little. It comes
Well,
with the job.
You gotta care at least a smidgen, considering
If
the
I
fact
need
that
to
you're still
care, I
with
would be
us
If I
and
need
you're
to
actively
care, I will
fighting
be
against
put
it
back in
by
the
being a part
timeline.
of this party.
I simply am keeping the timeline going until the time comes when I move to a new one to complete a new job. Very simply, I
realize
am with
that
the
there
party
is
just to
if
extend the timeline.
You realize that if we don't win, that there is no timeline to go to.
You see, if it is decided that my master wants the timeline to continue, he will put me in a place where I can help that timeline continue. My job here was not to continue the time. You see, he is outside of time. He is in a place beyond. Thus, it does not matter what
There's
happens.
a little
in
snoring
time.
from Draco.
Well, you are also in a place outside of time. Right
That
now.
is correct.
Yeah.
I'm
Everybody
not
in this
referencing.
everybody in this room is in a place outside of time.
I'm not referencing that. I'm more so referencing. You go on throughout eternity, and you reach the end of time. He exists beyond that. Very simply, if he wants the time to continue, he will put me in, and I will do my job, eliminate whoever I need to eliminate to allow the time to continue, and then be taken back out again. Simply, I'm waiting for a messenger to come and provide me with my new task.
Your job is basically to smooth
Okay,
out
so
things.
you're-
you debuff the edges.
Yes.
Okay, so he's a slave. Next.
Well.
Yeah.
Who's next?
I don't
I'll
know.
make that clear. He only does what his master tells him to do.
I think I've
They're
been
free
pretty
thought.
vocal about things as I've discovered them, since I don't really know much about myself.
To be a slave, I would have no free will. My master encourages freedom of choice. You see,
Right, but the choice as long as it's what he wants.
no. As long as a good story is being told, he does not care what choice I make. You see, you were not in this party when I was originally in. The only members left are Sun and Axel.
Draco, Axel.
Draco, shh.
The fourth wall!
Draco.
The fourth wall! Ah!
I went into a forest, and I disappeared. Eons and eons went by until I was found again. My master gave me a new body. He gave me a life. He took me out of time and hired me. Very simply put, I am just greatly gratified of what he did for me, and thus I serve him faithfully. He has told me time and time again that if I see a better way to do something, or if I want to do something differently than his idea, as long as the story is still a good one, I'm more than welcome to do so.
Alright.
Hey, me and Ravel are here because we've done this before. We've already saved one time from a
You've done all
person
this
named
before?
Vistali.
We've killed a monarch before. And I think we can do it
And
again.
I look at Ravel and say Vistali.
He shudders.
Well, again, I don't care about.
And he does reflexively go and grab one of his weapons. You see him holding a hand over his maul.
Nutters, I do not care about saving this time. I simply could not care less as long as I am taken out before the calamity happens. I do not care what happens to this timeline.
You only really care about what's relative, not to be.
Right,
Exactly.
but if your master wants stories,
He wants a good
then-
story. That's why I am continuing to help
Right,
you
well-
guys along this way.
a good story does not indicate an end.
Simply put, I am not one in the
Good
story. I
stories
am just
live
one to help the
forever.
story move along.
A good story has lived forever.
So, I guess what he's saying is he is not he's not treating he does not believe he's a main character in the story. He's more just he's more just making slight nudges to the narrative.
More so, I am not a character.
Right,
at
well, you
all.
don't under.
Simply,
right.
I just push a narrative in the way that it needs to be pushed.
So you have to understand, out of character, I'm gonna mention this. Hijack already knows this. Nutters in his head, he's the main character.
Oh yeah, he is a huge main character.
Everyone's almost
Nutter
everyone's
has
the
a
main character of their own
massive-
story.
No, but Nutters has a massive ego.
Well, wasn't already apparent from the freaking
It's his biggest flaw. His ego.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Definitely his biggest.
Either way. Let's move on before we get caught up in semantics. Who's
But-
next?
But he does have. He's not like a psycho egoist.
Right.
I want to point that out real quick. He actually has got an ego because he believes that he's the only one that can do this specific thing that's going to be the savior of reality.
Alright. Well, he's not gonna get to do it. He's not gonna be able to do it alone. Anyway, who's next?
Oh, that's why he's got Ravel,
Tuba?
his trusty steed.
Tupa, you want to speak?
Yeah, I was in a well. That warlord we killed was kind of shitty. Not going to lie.
Did you have a crush on the elven kid?
Huh?
What are you saying?
What
I'm
kid?
getting confused. The last warlord we beat is what you said.
Yeah.
Remember, we don't
I-
recognize the first one.
You don't even know the first one existed. We know we fought him, but you don't know who
Yeah,
or what they were.
I'm just saying the first warlord. Right.
What first warlord?
What first
They don't-
warlord?
You know
Yeah,
there
we
was
don't- we
a
don't-
first
we don't-
war- You know there was
You
a
know.
warlord. You know you did something with the warlord. You just don't know what.
Right. Or who or when or
Yeah.
where. It's a
Who,
blank.
where, or
The
when.
first
That's a
warlord.
We only know that we don't remember a big spot. We don't even know that we did anything or about the warlord. We
Right.
just know there's this big gap where there should have been a warlord.
Hmm.
We know we fought something. We don't know what we fought.
We don't know we fought anything. We just know there's a gap where there should be a fight.
Anyway, so that's
Um,
interesting.
Yeah, I don't
Anything
have any
else?
crazy shit like that. No.
So no
'Cause
weird
they were-
twist.
they-
Nothing.
That whole
Um,
being was wiped from
yes,
existence.
If you want me to pull some DM insight to remind you of some stuff, didn't you have something about like the whole the big boom that caused Crater or epicenter?
Did I?
I can't remember. Yeah, something about it. You did tasks to help some people in epicenter. You knew a few people there or something. And then boom. Can't remember. It was something like that.
I have not planned any of that. No.
All right.
Anyway,
Just bringing that up that you do exist in the Feywild, and then that one day the Feywild got fucking nuked.
Yeah.
well, I already knew that this party had something to do with a giant explosion that apparently, at least as far as I could tell, domino affected into the situation we're in now.
Yes.
So I know you all did that,
I don't think Tupa does though.
I have not been told.
or at least
yet.
I know that. But that's why I'm specifically having this meeting, so we're all on the same gosh dang page at last. So let's see. So now we're all know that that some people in this group were the part of the cause of this whole mess. So that was probably an important thing to let know. Who else has something to speak about? Anyone?
I already said my thing.
I don't think you have.
Nutters looks up and says, "Yellow person speaks poorly. He's obviously drunk.
What?
Yellow person speaks poorly.
I have not drinking a single thing today.
Why don't we just go around the table and tell each other about our life stories?"
No.
You know how problematic that is for me right now?
Yeah,
Well,
they have no.
this gives us insight about everybody, and we know where they're coming from, so can look to what their goals are.
Well,
You feel a
I don't really
cold-
have that.
CK, you feel a cold,
Fragmented.
chilling, bony hand on your shoulder.
I turn to see who's put that on my who's.
Nothing.
It's Vessel. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, that was awkward.
What I'm
Mhm.
trying to say is that instead of asking everybody to just reveal themselves, you can get the same effect by just asking everybody to tell us a little bit about their life before now.
Mm. Well, I can't do that evenly because I don't know much about my past.
Hasn't
figuring
Nutters
out
gone
more.
into his dreams and helped him remember his past?
A little bit
Well,
of it.
you didn't really do much of that.
Yes, I did. We had a whole session based on it.
Oh yeah.
Actually, 2 sessions. Sorry, 2 whole
Player-
sessions based off
Player
of your
memories
dream.
are bad.
Worse than your characters.
That's saying
Yeah,
something.
yeah, we did 2 whole sessions in a row of your dream and you
Working on
remembering
his
your
memory.
past.
Well, it's still fragmented.
You
I
still-
can't say the entire thing, though. there's still pieces that are key pieces that are missing.
Right.
So I can't give the entire context of how I got here. I could probably more easily tell of the stories I did in my previous party, but those are probably the most solid thing I've got.
Alright, well, that's where Nutters comes from. But his previous party dates all the way back to Nutters being level 1 and traveling with Ravel and being in a whole nother universe. But
Right?
We jumped through a lot of puddles.
we've been places.
I could tell.
We spur from a plane which actually exists between the planes.
And existed in the future from here. Technically.
Technically.
Because, yeah,
Stupid weird thing.
me and Ravel are actually in the past.
So technically, you're time traveling.
In some
Yes.
ways.
Well, it's not really we're time traveling, it's just the dimension that we're from was much more advanced than most of the other ones. To the point to where it was advanced beyond Apocalypse. Like, the world advanced to a point where it destroyed itself.
Hmm.
It's actually very refreshing to see this many trees.
All right.
Yep, me and Ravel's first quest was to save our world from much of this same type of fate.
I never really had that big of stakes until relatively recent. Saved a kingdom from a bunch of shadows. This was the first adventure I remember. Then
Nutter-
there was
N-
time we
Nutters
went to the
actually-
deserts.
We actually saved our colors. Nutters pulls out his little tiny color. Shoji.
Damn.
Ravel pulls down his scarf, and you actually see he still wears his.
Dang.
He puts his scarf back up.
A reminder.
Let's see. How could I give a spark, like the fastest version of things? What? Let me hear. Let's see. There was saving the kingdom from shadows. That's the
Kingdom
first
of
thing
the
I
Plains.
remember. Then there was the group's trip to the desert, where we ended up making kind of helping make Desra who she is, in a weird way.
So it's your fault.
Son, you get hit in the head with a glitter bomb.
Yeah. that's
Sonny,
why I
because
was-
you're all helping me do the same thing right now.
Kinda, yeah. I
Don't
seem to
point
have
that out.
I seem to have a nasty habit of helping gods ascend. Anyway. Let's see, I got my first taste of phoenix feathers out there. Then we crossed the ocean. Got stuck in pretty much a mini Feywild. Helped stop an Oni versus human war.
Watch the gates of Babylon open.
Yeah.
That is Ro.
Saved that mini Feywild from a force that was trying to destroy it.
Not a Feywild, just
Or the mini Feywild, the Wildwood.
It's
but I was
it's
trying to
very
just-
different from the
Yeah,
Feywild. It was just the
Wildwood
Who's-
is just wild place that is heavy in wild magic. Feywild is an entire universe.
Right, I said mini Feywild because it wasn't a full like plane or anything. I was trying to keep it brief
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
instead of
just-
going into like names of places that would probably start getting confusing. Remember, I'm trying to give the very quick Spark Notes version of
You
everything.
still have this navigation spider.
Actually, come to think of it, I think I still have that.
How many of generations of navigation spider are haunting you now? I wonder.
I
Anyway,
may have to very carefully check my room. Or at least try and find where I put
no,
that
you
jar.
gave it to Desra.
Oh yeah.
It was a gift.
But I think I still have that thing to Wanderwear.
Yes, you still have the paper to Wonderwear.
Do I have that still in my pocket?
I don't know. Maybe.
I
Use
I
what
checked my
Wanderwear.
as soon as my mind goes to Wanderware, I like check my pockets,
It's
see if I have that
definitely
piece of
there. You
paper.
still have that piece of paper.
Hey,
Huh.
Nutters
Does it still
is
work?
actually Nutters
Yeah,
is
you should have
actually a Nutters reaches under his coat and pulls out the key to the city.
Huh?
Which city?
Wanderware.
Nutters is actually a hero at Wanderware.
Stopped through there a few times. Really good folk.
Yeah.
I wonder if when I'll ever run into them again. Maybe I should keep an eye out. Maybe they can help.
You remember
on our
that?
journey.
You remember that
I
hijack?
remember that. I remember that.
Anyway.
I'm just watching.
Good memories. Anyway, let's see. Then we got on a train and we stopped a plot to start a war between all the different planes of reality.
Test.
Hello.
Hey, Mega.
Let's see. After that,
Yay.
Went to the 9
We
months
met-
hell.
we met God,
Hey, God.
went to Avernus, got a car. Let's see. Where do we go from there?
Fuck is a car?
Hijack check messages.
War Machine, whatever. I don't have the time to go into explanations. Anyway, so we stopped a war between all reality. Then stopped a entire plane from losing all ties to magic. And then we accidentally let a genie loose, I think. And then I'm here.
Wow, you made my life sound so boring.
Yeah. I've had a weird life.
Genasi, what's your life story?
Looks at YouTube.
I just sped run through my life. Or at least the
Um,
life story I can tell reliably.
I don't really remember my childhood too well. It was very.
You saying more material for me to work with?
Uh-oh.
More material.
It was very.
Doesn't really count because you're
Hmm.
fucking Genasi and you guys just kind of up at one point.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
That is.
You just
we-
appear out of a plane of existence. You just
well, no, not necessarily. We're a
Sometimes.
consciousness that gets.
Oh, it's May 4th.
That is created in that plane and then instantly
Is it like that, Scout?
read into. And then
What?
transported by a primordial into a specific plane.
Yep.
I think.
I
I
just
think.
realized the date was May 4th.
Or is
I
it.
don't know. No,
It's
yeah,
either
it is.
that
It is
or
like that.
it's-
It is like that. You just kind of one day.
It's either that or it's a genie and a human.
It's either the an
Like a djinn or a
realm of
genie or
element
something.
one
Yeah.
of the elemental realms makes something and it just pops out, or a genie gets very horny,
Yes.
or a human
Um,
gets very horny and finds
yeah.
a genie.
Yeah. Either way.
Either way. The bard wants
yeah,
it
no,
too
I,
far.
I just one day, I was in the Feywild, and it is very beautiful here, and you know, I like to help people. I know people in the Feywild, and the warlord wasn't being very nice, and I can do something about that, so might as well.
All right.
Very
Could I
quiet
remember the
now.
reason why I was going to see the warlord? Hijack or no?
Eroticism?
Like I know why, but like
You would technically know why you were going there. You wouldn't
Yeah.
remember ever getting to talk to the warlord, though.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Wasn't
I
it like
was
just
going there to-
overall just kind of like a noise complaint?
Oh yeah, no, she was just kind of being like, it wasn't anything like bad. It was just like
You're like, I just came to
I'm
ask
being
to turn
picky
down the
about it.
music. Why did
it's I
that
was
now?
being picky about something.
Yeah.
And was and then it just kind of happened. I'm not saying that in character though.
What do you mean, officer? They just fell on my knife 27 times.
Yeah.
Dragon blood. Ravel points at you, Draco.
I mean, my childhood, my younger days, pretty normal. You know, going to college. I actually got kicked.
a Tabaxi sorcerer who is also a lycanthrope. Pardon me if I
That's
assume
not very
that is
normal.
not normal.
Well, I did light up a friend's house on fire once, accidentally.
Only a single time.
And then skip a few years. Met a girl. Dated. Planned to get married. Faked her death. A week before, actually. But I didn't know that at the time. Funnily enough, that's how I got my lycanthropy.
Got an STD.
Huh. Yeah, that's a nasty one.
He actually got an
Yeah,
STD.
nothing worse than getting an STD from someone you love.
Yeah. But it was not active at all. It was dormant. Then one day
It wasn't.
I sold my clothes, wore some cloth. I don't know why. It was probably the alcohol I was drinking at the time.
We all have our rough moments.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Was
working
walking
with
somewhere. Was walking somewhere called Felden. Then a storm hit. Then suddenly I'm in a different plane of existence where everything is batshit crazy.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a plot device.
Then got a
can
job.
I create? Wait, can I create plot armor?
We've already made
No.
this joke before. The armor of plots is already existent. There was only one armor of plot.
Then I can create it.
No.
No.
I'm gonna have to
It's
say
mine.
this would be a bad idea if you make a literal plot armor.
There is already, and it's gonna be mine.
Not if Nutters makes it
Yeah.
worse.
You can't. make it,
Anyway,
it's already
let's move on
created.
before
Already
we
created.
get
You have to
completely off
find
the
plot
rails.
armor.
Anyway, met up with that one. I pointed at Jerome. Took a job. Then later, while we're doing our job, met up with that one. Accidentally kidnapped him.
Don't say the name.
We-
Don't do it.
Speaking of jobs, how did that one finish?
Oh shit! We did not finish it.
Lyra
Wow.
just peeking out of the room. Just peeking into the room and then slimes away.
Wasn't that the? Never mind.
Oh dear.
Yeah, we got sidetracked by a lighthouse. And we just forgot about it. Yeah, we had a job.
And then you completely just said F that and moved on to other crazier, stupid things.
Yes.
Well,
This is a long
Sounds-
running joke and I love it.
checks out.
Yes.
Fucking 4 to 5 year campaign. This has been. They haven't even completed their level 1 quest. I love it. It's amazing.
Oh,
You're the
how
best.
goes the Puppy Face Guild, by the way?
Oh, they're doing good. Yeah.
It's
I
been
saw
a while.
Platius died.
Wait, Platius dead?
He died. He got better though.
Understandable.
I need to die like 6 more times.
Did you die? Yes, but I got better.
Anyway,
go visit him
anyone
and
else
get
have
to know
anything to share?
Nope.
Before we move on?
I mean, Mr. Out of Time hasn't really given a relative story. Where do you come from?
I think he already explained that.
Well, he explains his job, not where he's from.
I think that's one and the same.
Not
Originally, I was
Not really.
from here. I was
From
in this
where?
party originally. Then I went to the Feywild, I guess is probably the best way to
You
explain
were
it.
just born into this party, you popped out of existence into it? There's
No,
gotta be something before that.
Nope, it was just the party and then no.
He tried to kill me once.
It
Wonder
got
Woman.
better.
You wiped door semen on me. I don't want to hear about it.
Anyway,
Who fucking needs context?
Who needs
I have
context?
a feeling
Door semen.
context not gonna help. In that case.
Am I wrong, Hijack?
No, you're not right.
Anyway,
Not completely right either.
moving on to the other piece of business I wanted to go over. We're kind of all on the same page.
Not
Uh-oh.
really.
At least we're more on the same page than when we started. That is good progress for me.
Debatable.
We'll work on it.
Where's the rabbit from? I know nothing about him. What's your
Ah, he was
story?
kidnapped.
We stole the rabbit. The rabbit didn't exist until we took the rabbit.
Right.
He
Really?
got kidnapped.
Right.
Was saved by a granny. Then we accidentally kidnapped him.
Why don't you let him tell his story? Axel, I think they call you. What's
I
your
call him
story?
Scout.
Why are you here today in the Feywild?
Well, I didn't want to be. One.
Why
I think like
so?
half of this group didn't want to be here, but has been kind of forced here through
Yes, we kidnapped
circumstances out of their
people.
own control.
Well, how did you end up here?
First, there is the town I was in when being a kid. A bunch of rabbit poachers kidnapped me. Took me.
Very
Some-
strong theme of kidnapping with this group.
Why would you poach a rabbit? The eggs are so much better to poach.
I
mean,
don't think rabbits
damn
lay
it.
eggs.
Stop.
But what about the
They
Easter
don't.
Bunny?
Those are chocolate eggs. You don't poach chocolate.
I boiled
You melt-
chocolate.
Let's move
Well-
on.
You melt chocolate into a nice cream and use
Yes,
it like
but you don't-
fondue.
Poach it. Poaching implies that you're boiling it in vinegar water.
Bo scratches his
I think we're getting off topic.
Continue
Are we
on.
though?
Continue on. Poachers.
Axel, continue.
Kidnapped,
Nutter,
saved.
Nutter shouts out to the Beacorn that he wants poached
Can't-
eggs with his with his salad.
They come in with the salad and they're like, yeah, and they walk away.
Anyway, Axel, continue. If you wouldn't mind.
Got saved.
Or is there nothing else to be said?
We alleviated stress from his grandmother by taking him away.
Scout.
I don't trust any of you.
Axel.
Scout, you there?
The story.
Out.
Scout?
Scout.
Scout? Oh shit, he did.
I'm not lying.
No.
We did take him away from his grandmother, maybe by accident, but nevertheless.
Again, the frick? How'd you accidentally take him?
Okay,
That's
okay.
our
the
card.
That is not
That's in our
an
card.
uncommon occurrence in the Feywild.
Carry on, Scout. You said you got saved
By Granny Snow. Is
by Eleanor.
that really her name?
Yeah, it's Eleanor Snow.
Ah. Okay, let's see if I can remember. So, saved by her. Raised at like adulthood, this group came, started fighting, stabbed me. They got beaten up by Granny.
Correction, at least two of us got beaten up by Granny. I didn't mess with her.
I tried to murder her. It didn't work.
Terribly. Like almost instantly he got kicked.
And she killed me. And then I got better.
And she almost killed you again.
Seems like a running thing.
I only fought her once.
I know. And kidnapped again by the party. Ended up doing a whole bunch of weird things, going to the lighthouse.
Bob's your uncle, you're here.
Nope. Then there was Armbor. He traveled with us. He risked his life to save us. He died.
As soon as that's been brought up, you watch as Rilf kind of enters the room.
And that's why there's a giant crater over there.
Okay. Anyone else?
How did you get to the Feywild, if I can ask? From what I know is that your friends, that one at least, got transported in with a group. I know we did, and so did he. I don't know how you got here. Well, I kind of know how you got here from what I can piece together. Jerome.
Me?
We were in the same bucket when we got here.
We actually were brought here to this group.
That is correct. How did you get here, Axel?
You ready to hear this? Kidnapped again. This time by some weird lady. Held in a prison. Until you came and saved me 2 years after.
You were in a
If I had a gold
prison-
piece for every time I got kidnapped, I'd have 2 gold pieces.
I'll have 3.
Others that have one.
Hold on. Are we going to casually skin over the fact that he said he was in a jail for 2 years?
That seems to happen to a lot of people, surprisingly. I was like stuck in a cave for like 2 years.
No one's going to question that.
No.
You were in a cave for 2 years?
What'd you
Yeah,
do?
timey-wimey shenanigans happened.
What'd you do to go to jail?
Me?
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
you did nothing. You were
Nope.
completely innocent, huh?
Yep.
Like all the other prisoners.
They said they were gonna do a trial. I was in like the lava plains until I just got kidnapped, pooped away, ended up there.
And we're just to be clear here, you don't lay eggs.
No.
Axel's he's a male.
I thought he was a bunny.
He's a male bunny. I doubt that would
And
work.
You're a lesbian? I thought you were American.
Damn it. Anyway,
No, I'm Californian.
I thought you were.
anything else?
I want to leave.
But we kind of got something to do first. So I guess if everyone's already has finished speaking their mind,
Oh, it's one
Let's-
link.
turn our
I-
eyes to the future.
I
We have
am-
got
Hold on.
several more warlords.
Hold
I at least have no knowledge of any of them.
We have 2 more warlords, and then
Yeah.
whoever's behind the usurping of the throne.
Right.
Two more warlords.
Whoever was
and,
puppeting the 4 warlords.
two
well-
more warlords and Barley.
Yeah. So, what do
And
we
then
know
there
about the
are
2 remaining warlords?
Isn't
So we're- and
Barley
their
is
location.
A warlord.
They're warlords.
Yes. But
They
what do
have-
we
they-
know about them?
They're warlords.
Is that literally all we know?
And they live in a castle.
Yeah, big.
Do we
castle.
know anything beyond the most cursory information about them or where they are?
I just look at Tupa.
I don't remember the names of the
Hijack?
plateaus, but each
Hijack?
warlord has a plateau.
Hmm.
Um, one's
and each plateau has a theme, and you have to
Not
live that theme while on that plateau.
Well, apparently we were in the game
not
plateau,
really.
and it wasn't really much games, more like candy. So that didn't really
You do
make any
know of-
sense.
You do indeed know of the 5 warlords, or you do indeed know of the 5 warlords, Dupa. Barley, warlord of suffrage and war. Still, warlord of tricks. Foon, warlord of pixies. And the keeper of curses. Lady Penelope, warlord of games, and then there's one more you can't quite remember, but it's on the tip of your tongue.
Okay.
Oh, so we just defeat the Warlord of Games.
And which plateau are we closest to next?
You're currently in the game plateau, but you're heading to the Valley of Giants.
Ah.
You know that this is where Foon, warlord of Pixie, keeper of curses, exists.
Okay.
And the Valley of the Shadow of Death. I take a look at it.
Oh dear.
Um,
Okay.
Good thing I have
Is-
all kinds of different ways to remove curse.
I'm gonna ask this now, so nothing like the arena and back at Capital happens again, or
Yeah,
I'm
we're
completely
going to
off of
kill a
regard of
warlord.
that. Well, is there any weird catch about visiting this next warlord? Like,
Other
are
than
we about to be
there to
thrust
kill
into
them.
another tournament or something that I need to know about? Because I was caught
Well-
very off guard by that. And apparently, everyone but me knew that.
Tupa, you do know one catch about the Valley of the Giants.
what is it?
You're going to be microsized.
We will be small. The warlord is a fairy.
The warlord isn't a fairy. You know the Valley of Giants is, as per name, filled with giants. You just know this warlord has a fairy colony on them. And one property of the warlord, when you get
Encounter
onto
them.
this colony, you will, shrink down to the size of the colonists.
Okay, so that's
Wait,
good to know.
would that mean everybody would be my size?
Yes.
Because I wouldn't
Huh.
shrink. I'm only 11 inches tall. I want to point that
Yeah,
out.
you won't shrink. You're the size
Yeah.
of a fairy. Well,
Yeah.
You might shrink a little bit, but yeah.
Huh.
What? No, no,
Okay,
no.
that's good to know. Therefore.
I mean, I'm only like maybe an inch taller than a fairy.
Yeah, you're gonna be shrunk a little bit, not a lot. You and
Okay.
Jerome are probably gonna end up the same height.
Okay, so that's good to know that there is a shrinking effect for our next
Yeah.
encounter.
Now my question is how is that gonna work with my gloves?
We'll find out when we get there. I don't think there's going to be
Your
really a
gloves
way to
just
know.
shrink them down to your active size, so as long as something is close to your hand size, they will just stay at that size.
Let's see. Oh,
Well, I mean, you understand that like if I was to get my hand on something really big, it would shrink to my
Shrink down
size.
to your size, yeah.
Right.
It
So
would
if
shrink
I got
relatively
like
to your size.
right, yeah. So if I got a hold of a claymore,
Yeah.
and then chunked it at somebody, it's gonna turn back into a full size claymore in midair.
right.
Yep.
Just want to point that out.
Anyway,
Basically, that spell you have on your gloves is constantly active everywhere around this warlord.
Okay.
anyone have anything else that they may want to share about the road ahead? No? Okay.
What
least-
about artificial things? Just out of curiosity.
You will figure out when you get there.
Companions and like
Figure out
like
when you get there.
clockwork companions and things. Okay. Did you see what I sent you
I did, yeah,
privately?
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna
Anyway.
present that at the end of the game, by the way. If you're okay.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there any other information about the next leg of our journey that we should all know that anyone may know but hasn't said yet?
Maybe.
Anything at all?
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
Maybe not.
This would be
Who
a yes or
knows?
no type situation.
Mm.
The Valley of Giants was the first place we went to when we got back.
You have not been there yet.
You have not been.
Anyway.
Isn't that where we got Scout?
No, that
From?
was the Forest of Giants.
Seems different. Anyway, I guess if no one else has anything else to say in relation to anything, I guess meeting adjourned. Thank you all for attending.
Does
Right,
anyone
well-
want to drink that? He points at the vibrant orange drink at the middle of the table.
I go
Nutter
find
stands
this.
up and says, "You know, it's been fun watching him dance around the bush and try to be all like politically correct about this, but in the end, what he's trying to say is that there has to be a consensus on our actions, otherwise things are going to break apart very quickly. So we need to have we need to make one agreement of one of two things. We either agree that nobody acts without a vote in any major situation, or we elect the leader of the group and no action is taken without the express command of the leader."
That would
That's
slow
the
down
sentiment I
everything
had. I was
way
just-
too much.
Yeah, I was being a little bit trying to be
Well,
very
it's
subtle
what
about
the
it.
group needs. We need cohesion.
Right.
So we can either make the agreement of one of us is in charge, or that none of us is in charge, and that we all must have a consensus on what we're doing.
At least when I was last in the party, Axel was the one who was the leader. And yet I do not agree with you at all. That would slow down everything. Having consensus is not necessarily the best idea. If the group agrees on something and yet it's not the best idea, you should not do it, even if it's not what other people want to do.
Well, it would at least make sure we're all on the same page with before making a decision. Instead of people doing rash things that end up backfiring on us and making life harder for all of us.
Right. And just because you think your idea is better doesn't make it true. That's why a consensus is made.
Just
So
because
that
a
no one
consensus
idea
happens-
is an idea based off of an ego. It's an
just
idea
because
that a
the
group
majority
agrees
of
on
people believe
as a whole.
something does not mean that that something
Be right
is
back.
true.
Right, but it's even less likely that something that an individual thinks is true is that.
Oh, that is very concerning. That is.
Is TK doing a dance?
Yes.
Quick, put your wallet in his mouth. He's having a seizure.
Back to role.
Sorry, I am a little drunk. I'm gonna admit I'm a little drunk. I don't drink often, and this wine is really strong.
Oh dear God.
This
About
is-
drinking. Would Nutters have like a him-sized mug,
A what?
Yes,
like a
he
small
does. He has a
cutlery and
him.
plates and stuff?
He has a him size stuff.
Right, I'm back.
I'm gonna take one of your mugs and take a little and dip that in the orange liquid.
Roll a 1d20 minus 10.
He's asking for a drink. A cup. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll hand him an acorn. And of course, the minute you take it from me, it turns into a U-sized cup.
You don't just have tiny cups that are just sitting out.
You're sitting in the living room. What do you want from me? I tell the beacorns to go get him a glass.
They return with your salad and they place it above you. And they look at one another and they walk off.
Well,
Go get him a goblet, a cup.
They return with a normal sized goblet.
as a player, I was out for a sec. Did we come to a decision on whether we wanted to make a leader?
No,
Or
we
anything
talked
like
about
that?
salad.
Talk about salad.
I'm gonna
No,
get
it was-
up and go to the kitchen.
It was being talked upon. If you want to continue there, Jerome.
I assume you're referencing what I did to that warlord.
Yes
Things
and
like
no.
that. Kinda, yeah. But there was also
Nutters?
instances like Vessel going and attacking the hag that we'd specifically needed to make a cure for the lycanthropy incident in a previous town. Things like that, where people are just acting very rashly and potentially against the party's interests.
The party's interest is to stop the end of the world. Whether or not
Right.
a child dies is not gonna
we
make
were-
a difference
Well, the problem
to
there
the
was
greater scheme of the world.
we were trying to discuss the situation, and then you straight up did it without even.
I
whilst
tried
we
to
were
erase
trying
that
to do
child,
that.
thus none of you had to feel the pain of ending the child. I
How
know
about-
none of you would have had the courage to do it, thus I did it
Um,
myself.
How about
True.
this then? When everyone in the party at the time told you to not dive into the time forest, and you did it anyway, and you got yourself lost in time for
No one
dozens of-
ever told me not to.
I
simply
said not
saw-
to.
Yeah.
No
I
one
did.
told me not
You
to go
weren't
into the
around
forest.
when this
You
We also
saw-
told you not to kill the person, but you did it anyway.
Simply put, that forest, I was given no information about what that forest contained. I simply
Yes,
saw
we
a
did.
test and decided, no.
Yeah.
We've been told to stay on
Yep.
the path.
See, out of character, I wasn't with you guys when you guys learned that.
But
That's
with
why
the-
Jerome went off the path, because he didn't learn it. No one ever told him.
It's true. You guys are not good at sharing info in character.
Yeah, that's why I'm having this
That-
meeting in particular to start
that's
the
whole point.
process
I
of
went to
sharing
the test.
information.
Yeah.
I knew that we shouldn't leave the path. Jerome had no clue. He saw a chest, he went for the chest.
Wasn't Jerome with the party when the guy told
Yes.
us, explained it and everything?
He was at a
Well-
shop buying stuff.
He was buying stuff for the party, for your travel.
I did learn a new spell that could be very handy to make things happen. Should I demonstrate my new spell?
No.
Can I do that? 'Cause I want to get.
I'm
up
gonna
and do this.
demonstrate my new
You
spell
get
on
up and
Throki.
head to the.
I'm gonna demonstrate my new spell on Throki. I'm gonna point at Thrill and say, "Go to the corner."
I'm not gonna do that.
Throw make a save. What type of save is it?
It's wisdom at 24. Do you got any wisdom save bonus?
Might. I
Plus
don't think he
2.
does. Plus 2.
You fail.
TK.
Suddenly you're in
disappears.
suddenly you're in your own demi plane, and no matter where you look, you're facing a corner.
Okay, this is ticking me off.
You're in there for maybe about 30 seconds, TK. And for you guys, TK is gone for about 6 seconds before it pops back in.
What the heck, Nutters?
Anyways.
Anyway,
Or you
I don't
find
want to deal with this
yourself-
right now.
But you find yourself a shot glass.
Meeting adjourned.
Yeah, what I was looking for. Yeah.
We should probably have these on the regular to make sure we're all on the same page about everything.
Are we
I'd
not-
say.
You say meeting
How frequent-
adjourned, and yet nothing has been solved.
I
If you
didn't
want to come-
expect everything to be resolved in one of these.
If you want to come to a consensus about something, you have to settle it before leaving it.
Okay, look, here's a consensus that we can all agree on. We need to kill at least 2 more warlords before we can even begin to figure out what we're gonna do with the last one.
Right.
So can we at least agree that no matter what, and no matter what form the warlord takes, we're gonna have to kill it?
I sadly
no
have
issue
to
with
agree
that.
on that. Unless we find new information that proves otherwise, it's effectively our current reality.
This
I
is
still
the
don't
best
believe it.
solution. The other solutions need to be tested. We do not have the time to test anything. We know these lords are dangerous. We just need to eliminate them. Hence why I eliminated the child. We did not know what power she held.
By the way, I want to point out that while y'all are on this demi-plane, like, for every, I don't know, few hours you spend here, it's literally, like, just been seconds outside.
Right.
I'm very used to that.
Yeah, the time dilation.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. So we all agree on that, at least for the time being.
I could literally
Okay.
slow it down to 100 years per turn, but it's not that slow.
Anyway,
I need to send a lantern to Granny.
Send an animal
well,
message.
I do say we should probably do these meetups every now and again so we can all keep on the same page about things. And so if people get information, it actually gets shared. It
Nutter
seems like
holds up.
this whole
Nutter-
party has had a bad habit of not telling important things to everyone.
Nutter holds up a sketch of the Buzzy Buzzy and just shows everybody that I want one of these.
I guess we'll
I-
keep an
I
eye
need-
out.
I need one
Why
of these
not?
creatures.
I'm not.
I'm not.
I'll keep my eyes open, but I don't promise anything.
Val pulls out a net.
And by the way, yeah, I'm sorry about using the spell on you and all, but I figured since I made this thing for you that you wouldn't mind too much after you got the gift. And Nutter reaches into a bag and pulls out a wrapped box and hands it to TK.
Huh.
It's for being a good
open it?
sport. Just to show that I am thinking of my crew.
I open the box.
Explain what he sees.
You find what is
It's currently
A-
deactivated, so it's
Yeah,
you know,
you
the spice
actually
isn't
have to-
there.
right, yeah.
You have to wind it
What
up.
you see right now appears to be some kind of a clockwork bird. It's about the size of a hawk. It's not huge. It's a small bird, but not small like a blue jay, small like a hawk. It's like maybe, I don't know, 2.5 feet, 3-foot wingspan.
So it'd be about this wide.
Yeah. If its wings were out, yeah.
Right.
But it's a clockwork phoenix. And I
Huh.
tell you, all you have to do is pull it out of the box. And it will bond to you and turn on. From
I'll
that
give it a
point
shot.
on, you will be able to communicate with it. You can communicate to it via
Alright.
common. Speak your command, it will follow your command. You are
Huh.
the only one that controls it.
I'll have to get this set up when I go back to my room.
The phoenix that is on TK's shoulder kind of peeks upward, looking at it.
Hmm.
It
Don't
looks at
worry,
you.
I'm not a replacement.
It bites your earlobe.
Ow! I
I
just said
will-
it's not a replacement.
Here is... No, that's a Discord link.
You're sending me a
Wait.
link in Discord to the item.
Yeah, I'm doing it in same chat I've been pushing in, I guess.
Okay. I'll check that out later.
That's its
Anyway.
stats.
And with that, does everyone split up for the night?
I think
I'm
I
good.
go and retire to my room for the night.
I'm gonna go
Somebody-
send a letter to Granny to figure out how my army's doing.
You're what?
That is a picture of it once it's activated.
Oh yeah, Scout made an army.
I did say that I had one more thing, but it got cut off.
Don't worry about
You did. I think an army is kind of an important thing.
it. Oh well, you cut him off. That's on you.
That's on you.
That's on you.
That's on you.
Well,
Someone's about to tell you, "Oh yeah, I also have an army," but you don't
You
let him
should-
say it. That's kind of on you.
you should have started with that.
I don't need to start with that. You all wanted to know how I got into the party.
Nutters can make an army pretty quick. He
I
just
mean-
had to announce that he was gonna throw a magic party and God. I don't know how many people you think would show up to if Nutters announced he was having a rave.
I mean,
You don't know until you try. I
I'm-
can't wait for the day.
I do not want to deal with a rave right now. I want to go to
I
bed.
am
Let me go to sleep.
hands down. Dolan's on that list.
I'm going to really tell, not like in a verbal way, but dramatically what's the word? When you say the truth, like, oh my god, this thing is so crazy, even though it's not.
Hyperbolize.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that with my army. I'm gonna I'm gonna just say TK, like, you know how I attacked you in the arena? Imagine
Yeah.
100 more rabbits like me doing that.
It's like like level 10 visible concern.
Imagine just 100 rabbits just away from you, and then just at
Teleporting?
you not even teleporting, just at you, like in a mere seconds.
I don't want. I'm glad you're on my side here, and we're not fighting again. Cause that sucked.
Smoke
Sounds
grid.
kinky. I know what rabbits do. You can't fool me.
TK, out the quarter.
Nutters knows.
TK,
He's seen the rabbit.
Yes.
out of the corner of your
Yeah,
eye,
it's
you
a
see
rabbit.
as a skeletal black figure walks past.
How did you? That can't be.
Alright, gonna go tell Granny how's it going.
Did anyone else see that?
I see everything.
See what?
Did you see the black robed figure?
Can Nutters see it?
Do you have True Sight currently?
Hijack.
Do you have True Sight currently?
Insight?
True Sight. Do you currently have True Sight active?
I always do because of my goggles.
I don't know if do your goggles give True Sight?
Yes.
But I think you have to activate that because if True Sight was always active, that would be mortifying.
Ah!
Seeing into the astral plane 24/7 is not good.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, I don't think that it. But True Sight doesn't make you see into the astral
No, it does.
plane.
It does.
It actually no. It only means that you can see astral objects.
You can see
on this
you peer
plane. But you
into
don't
the
actually
astral plane.
see into astral plane. It only
see
gives
creatures
you
from
the ability to see the astral on what if they're on this plane. Yes.
No, it does let you actually peer into the astral plane. True Sight. Fun fact.
Huh, okay.
Mm.
Well, I do have see invisible there.
You do have see invisible. Yeah, I know your goggles give that effect.
I could probably hear them.
And it also gives me bonus on any
Perception. and stuff,
inspection or perception.
Yeah.
I
Well, I get inspection at advantage and a bonus on perception.
Yeah, but no, you don't see any figures. No, Scout, you don't see
Okay.
it either.
I
No.
didn't say see, I said
No.
heard.
I
No,
just
you don't
look
hear
at
it.
Thrill King and I'll look at everybody else and I hold up my drink and I make a little woohoo next to my head and take a drink.
Never mind. I'm going to bed.
And we're calling that a
Think of-
god.
I think I've had enough for the day.
Hey, who
But I
wants
know
to see?
my night's gonna be fun.
Who wants to see Baby Clone Revel?
No one. I run
No.
upstairs quickly.
I make my way upstairs.
Ravel looks over. He's like, I would like to see Baby Clone Ravel.
No, I go to my room.
He looks at Jerome. Would you like to see Baby Clone Ravel?
Revel
Wow.
Jr.
My boy.
Look what they've
Oh
done
no,
to my
my
boy.
boy.
Oh no.
As I offer,
boy.
if anybody would like, I would be more than happy to make a backup for them.
Wait, you can make backups?
Yes.
As long as you have flesh and are a humanoid mortal.
Yeah.
I'm worried about how that would interact with the thing that made
We
me a giant,
probably
just
could
hulking
not.
monster for a
We
while.
probably could not skin graft and make a new version of someone like Vessel or Jerome, however.
No. If you're alive now, you just put this ring, and I hold up a ring on your finger, and when you die, your consciousness goes into it, and we put the ring on the finger of your fully grown clone, and boom, you're back to life again.
Ugh, I do not like that.
But
not-
it's you,
It is still you. It's your soul.
and your memories and everything else are intact, just like nothing ever
Except-
happened.
Except your items. We can't clone those.
No, but you know, if somebody's with you when you die, they're gonna loot your stuff.
But then they
Right.
are entitled to your
I
property.
mean, for you, like, because they know you're not
Up.
dead.
Right. I'll take that in the morning.
I don't like this. I'm going.
I'll consider it. But
Tip, are
I
you
just
doing
need
anything?
I just need to go
else
sleep.
As you got your thimble.
It is a legitimate offer. Second chance on life.
Tuba.
Did
Who
you wanna do
needs
anything else?
resurrection or healing when I can just like mercy kill you in the battlefield and you'll come right back?
It
Like
does
nothing ever
take a
happened.
couple
I'd
of years
rather
to
not
backfill.
mercy kill. And
But
if it takes
you would
multiple
remember
years to
everything all the
prepare,
way up to your death.
still multiple years between when it starts growing and when it's actually ready, kind
No,
of allow me to jump
that's
back.
actually not true. 30 days. And I could show you. Baby Ravel's only been there for what? A week? Yeah, a week.
I'm not in the mood for this right now. I'm going to bed.
Your loss.
Yeah, Baby Ravel will be adult Ravel in 30 days.
Would that be incest or narcissism?
And that's
I
where
don't
we
know.
cut
What
it.
are you trying to do with your clone?
That's for me to know and you not to.
And then we
Will
cut
be
the vessel.
masturbation.
Stop. Just stop.
You say it like you have experience. I made a
say it
joke.
like
That's
Mark.
concerning.
Anyway,
Into the room. Back in the room.
But yeah, seriously, I can literally clone all of you so that if you, well, not all of you, because like you said, there's some instances in which we cannot do it. But like,
we can't.
Son.
We can't clone a construct.
right.
Can we?
But we could
Thank you.
contain your consciousness and put it into a new construct.
I can hold you. I can make a drink so hard it'll punch your.
That is
nostrils.
something Nutters can do. He could technically steal the soul of a construct and place it into another
Actually,
construct.
on that topic, hold on. Ravel runs off and he comes back with this crystal clear liquid. Someone drink this.
And Nutters is
I've
drunk.
already
He holds
sipped
up
my
his
room.
glass. Nutters is already drunk. He slashes his glass around and holds it up. I'll make a refill.
He gives you a little bit of it.
Down it.
You are under the effect of the astral projection spell and you are knocked out of your body. You are having the time of your life. You're still
If
very
I'm in the astral plane, I'm searching for a body of a god to cannibalize.
Roll investigation.
oh god.
I get to do that with advantage.
do, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, no, expertise. I'm
Ooh.
sorry. Plus 16.
You guys all watch as Nutters just slumps over. Better
So
than
I'll point
most
that
of
out.
us.
So whatever I'm about to
Yeah.
roll.
It's plus
with
17.
advantage- Okay, so it won't let me pick up my dice anymore. I'm gonna have to pick a new one.
It knows what you're trying to do.
15 plus 16, that's 31.
I don't think cannibalizing a dead god would do much for you at your state, though. I think that's more.
Actually, you'd be surprised.
What would it do?
Cannibalizing a god gives you. Well, I mean, according to canon, it actually gives you the ability to alter reality while in the astral plane, but it would also give you a mark of the fact that you have a divine spark. Meaning that another god would look at you and be like, there's something odd about you. They wouldn't know that I'd cannibalized a god, but they would like be able to sense it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something's not right.
But other than that, it gives me the ability to alter reality while inside of the astral plane.
Yeah.
That's how islands are made in the astral plane, I want to point out. As people cannibalize, like a being cannibalizes a dead god and are able to create islands of reality that people live in cities inside of the astral plane.
I'll say not right now. You don't find a god currently, because that's a pretty fucking high roll.
Yeah,
with-
well,
even
I
with your
did
plus
get a
17.
31. I did get a 31.
You got a 31. I'm gonna say right now, no.
How about I'll find it, but I don't have time to do anything.
Sure, we'll go with that.
I am close to becoming a god anyway.
You're close
so-
enough where it's like I don't.
I'm interested what
I
you would do
see
with
it. I
this.
see it. I see it, but I don't actually get. I'm not able to get to it.
Yeah. You don't get to it in time before you're swooped back to your body. And you're like, damn it!
Sure.
You're like, I had the munchies! And everyone retires to their room.
It's just one of those steps that a lot of people take on their adventurehood to become a god. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
One of the steps, quote unquote. Because there's many ways to do it. That's not even a way to become a god, because it's a dead god. But it's one of the steps that you can take to like start pushing towards that. The reality is, according to the books, is that worshippers are what matters. Having people that worship you as a god is what makes you a god.
I wonder if I can make a phylactery out of booze.
Oh, what?
Ravel wonders if he can make a phylactery out of booze.
Out of these what?
Out of
Oh,
booze.
out of the
Out of
astral
booze.
projection?
Out of booze.
Yeah, if Nutters is awake now, he tells him exactly what just happened. Nutters knows astral projection,
Nice.
so he'd be able to tell him exactly what just happened.
Interesting. I will make sure to have its effect be longer next time.
Tell him to sell them in the shop for 500 gold.
1,000 gold. Got it.
Okay.
Well, if you sell them for 500, you'll sell 3 times as many.
Well, they cost about that much to make.
Then yeah, 1,000 gold.
Okay. Everyone retires to the room. Is there any last thing anyone wants to do?
Nope.
The letter thingy.
You send your letter to Snow. Draco, you doing anything?
I'm just gonna. You know what? I'm gonna read more on how to control my lycanthropy.
Okay, so you're gonna read through You're gonna read through that guy's notebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember his name off tongue.
So we know who to trust now. The guy who's reading somebody else's diary.
Jerome, are you doing anything?
He's babysitting baby Ravel.
I'm looking at the baby Ravel.
It is
It
adorable.
sounds
and
interesting.
it is
You would
terrifying.
you would see what looked like a probably 5-year-old, not a giant, what are they called?
Child.
He's an extra big child. What is Rebel? A Goliath. Yeah, baby
It's a
Goliath. You'd be looking at about a 5-year-old Goliath. So they
Like,
would literally
a
be
lot
twice
less-
the size of a normal child.
A lot less markings, a lot less scars.
Yeah, no scars, no clothes. There is an umbilical cord. It's a clone. It would be like if you were looking at a 5-year-old child still in the womb of a mother
Ugh.
through a glass panel.
Tupa, what are you doing?
I'm
it
about
depe-
right.
it-
Yes,
okay.
it's
So
been
it
about 7
depends.
days. So
It's been about 7
How
days.
how much does a shot glass of Revel's stuff, secret stuff, get me fucked up?
what? That stuff that he just gave Nutters?
No, not that stuff.
no,
The
Stuff
vibrant
that
orange.
was on the table.
The
Yep.
the barbarians.
He was offering that for anybody that wanted to drink it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
barbarian.
Yeah, I had a shot.
Tupa's trying a shot at the barbarian brew. Make a con
Oh.
save with a -1.
Okay, 1 second. I need to grab my dice.
This one isn't a high. This one wasn't a high con save drink. Its effective is what makes it notable. So you're only going to get its primary effect minus its additive secondary effect.
Sorry, what?
You're going to get its primary effect without its additive secondary effect.
Oh, I can't. Can I roll?
Yeah, you can roll. You can roll. This is just to see
Okay.
if you get fucking smashed.
Oh, I rolled a 2.
Oh yeah, you are. You are
Oh,
You're
I'm
fucked. You're fucked for the night.
What is
Um,
it called?
yeah, no,
Adventure
I have
Brew?
retired to my
No,
room.
no, no. He
then.
made something called Barbarian's Brew.
Right, I know
retired
that,
from my
but
room.
But
it's
you're
based,
thinking of the
but most of
Adventurous
his
Delight. Most of
Right,
his,
but
he
just about
doesn't-
everything he makes is based off of that, though.
not everything he makes. Certain things.
I'm
The-
saying that was like his home, where he started learning, is where he
yeah,
learned
the
that.
Adventurer's Delight
So
is
every
his.
so
It's
so
all based
so,
off of it. Yeah.
so everything is built off of that.
Yeah. So this is very watered down for Ravel standards. Or well,
It
that was
still
just a
fucked
shot,
me
but
up.
it still fucked you up.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, he'd still be good at what he does.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you want to get drunk, you go to Ravel.
Yeah.
So Tupa,
If
every
you want to
6.
pass out,
Yeah.
you mean?
If you want to pass out, you go to Ravel. Tupa,
Uh-huh.
for 2. How much health do you have?
I one
What's your total
second.
health?
Also need to get my character sheet. 91, I
Matt.
think. Oh, I haven't leveled up to
91, you
17.
say?
91 before my level.
Okay. So you're gonna take 60 points of fire damage over a minute.
Okay.
As for the next minute, you take 1 damage every 6 seconds.
Okay.
Just like a little bit of stomach heartburn.
Okay.
It's a barbarian's brew.
The level bucket.
There used to be this trick that would use something called alchemist fire, and you would chug that, and every few seconds, it would fucking burn your esophagus. I made something like it, but more control.
Funny how he's saying this to a person. It's just going.
It's just like.
Nutters is drunk, so he's gonna immediately decide that it's funny to like cast the illusion of a bunch of bears holding bars as weapons, standing around.
If you like, I'll tell you the ingredients.
Tupa, you fucking pass out on the floor.
Oh, okay. I don't even make it up to my room.
No! You get up the stairs, and then we hear a.
Well, you'll be carried up there.
A bunch of very tiny acorn people carry you up to your room.
Yeah, I was gonna tell Beacorn, tell him to do it. How
Uh,
many of them do I have now? There's got to be several hundred at least.
Around 3,000.
By the way, Beacorns look like tiny little like
Little
people made out of twigs with acorn heads.
Anywho.
Just want to point that out. They're little. They're only like maybe 3 inches tall.
A letter.
And as each and every one of you all retire for the night, it's a very calm night for most of you. Hey TK,
Yeah.
make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Bad feeling about this. Well, I'm failing that most guaranteed.
Hey,
That's
can
like a 7.
Hey, hi Jack.
Mhm.
Since TK was talking about seeing weird things nobody else can see, can I say that maybe Nutters was a little worried about him and cast a spell to kind of watch over him?
So you wanna dream watch again?
You wanna spy on it? Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Is really-
yeah. Only out of because I'm worried that something's going on with him
Okay,
that
yeah.
could be harmful to himself.
Yeah.
Do I see anything happening to TK?
As he starts to dream, as you're overwatching his dream, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It starts out normal, a normal dream. But then this black liquid starts to pour out from under doors, cracks in ceilings, everywhere.
Into his dream.
Yep, into his dream.
That's
And everything goes dark. So we find ourselves washing through a dark lake on a boat with a familiar figure.
gosh.
It's been
I'm
just
not-
it.
That's coming.
Clabber up on TK's shoulder. Say hi.
Hey.
You You watch as TK's wings unfurl, and 3 phoenix feathers fall off.
I'm going to harvest them.
Okay, you can add.
I realize it's a dream, but you know.
You can add a phoenix feather to your inventory. A real one.
Oh, nice.
That's not. I still don't like that.
Shall we continue where we left off?
I guess I don't really have many other good ideas. Well, let's hope this is what I'm looking for.
Let's take a trip down memory road.
And he gestures out to
Oh,
the water.
by the way, before we go,
He starts swirling in his hand.
mind if I ask a question?
Of
When I died
course.
a couple of times during the past, well, there was one time when I died, I woke up here on the boat, but it wasn't you that was here. It was some other thing. Do you know what that might be about?
I am the sole person of my boat. No one but I rides the Pale Horse.
And he gestures to his boat's title, the Pale Horse.
You might want to investigate that, considering there was someone else here other than you. I'm certain about that.
Well, then we'll find them together.
And also, do you have any idea why in the world that when I actually died without my phoenix feathers, I became a giant hulking monster that blew up half an arena?
I'm sorry. I do not hold all the answers.
I was scared you were going to say that.
That
Sorry,
all retains to you.
I missed all of that. You're gonna have to catch me up afterwards.
Okay.
Shall
Oh.
we?
Well, let's dive.
He gestures to the water and we're pulled in. First, we
Oh, boy.
start in the back. You were mad. Why were you mad? You punched that kid, you don't know why. You were so mad.
Probably because I felt cheated.
But why did you feel cheated?
Because he actually cheated.
No, it wasn't that. And we pull back. We find ourselves inside your childhood home. You see around pictures framed of your parents. You just got home today. You're bringing back some sweets from the market. You got them half priced off. It was amazing. Your great orc friend of the village, known as Yersthaban, had just got a new shipment in of cane sugar, and he decided to make some donut. So, of course, you had to oblige that. But as you enter your house today, you don't see your parents around in the normal spot, and you actually you do end up finding them. However, you don't immediately intrude. As you hear them talking to someone. Listen.
Huh.
He's going to find out one day, you know. We can't keep the secret from him forever. Could you just let me decide when that day comes? Like, it's not too easy on me, you know? It's hard keeping secrets. You see, you're looking into the room. You see your parent and you see your aunt. Both all kind of sat around talking. You've got to tell him the truth one day. You don't think he deserves to actually know who his parent is? What did you do, TK?
What?
What did you do, TK?
Probably knocked on the door as I came in with the donuts.
Okay. As you come in, you did overhear what they said.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and not let that slip.
And you watch as all three of them look at you, and you see your aunt, her head snap over to you, and you see her eyes. They are red and spirally. But you watch as she blinks, they turn blue.
I'm going to try and pretend I didn't see that.
Tigress, what are you doing home so early, bud?
I got donuts from the market.
Oh, well, ain't that nice? Come on in. Well, I got a fun story. Just got back from, a fight with a very big worm. And you joined.
Okay.
You didn't let them know
Alright.
you knew. But that started to swell up into you. You were tricked by your family at that. Everything that you've known for a little bit at that day was a bit turned over. The family you grew up with, the ones you knew that were your parents, are not directly biological to you anymore. Sudden. And then we snap forward. You're adventuring around. You're much older now.
Hello.
You find yourself place to place, going about. You see that bard once every while. He's a friendly face to talk to. He helps you get some jobs, and he gives you touches up and tunes up on magic, showing you how to use it, and overall, just watches your progress. Until one day, you make this giant explosion that just lights up the dark sky. Whoa, kid! I didn't know you had that in you.
I didn't know that either.
Good job! He gives you a hug. Oh, jeez. I don't know what spawned you, whatever you are, but oh, you're something to bejazzle at. You know, I've got to make a trip back to my hometown. I'm gonna be gone for a while. You stay safe, okay?
Always do my best.
It's been it's been good watching you grow up there, TK.
It's been a ride.
Do you know you're dreaming?
You do.
Well, I know I do, but does TK know he's dreaming?
He does.
I'm asking TK.
Oh, TK.
Like, in this dream, Nutter is on her shoulder. I'm asking him. You know you're dreaming, right?
Can I respond?
You can hear him.
Yeah, I think I know I'm dreaming, but these are my memories. I can't really change what happened in them.
You watch as, from where TK is standing, as TK has been a bit out of sync from his dream, you watch as a much younger looking TK runs out from where TK actually is, which is the spectral form that is your dream.
Uh-oh.
As kind of catches up to him, they talk just about what's going to happen, where he's going, and just to keep on practices. And then you two go your separate ways. TK, you get this splitting headache. TK, you take 3 points of psychic damage.
Was this because of the desync?
Nope. as everything around in the dream starts to staticize.
This is not normal.
As you see your younger self walking, going, and then they stop as a figure walks up to them. And they look down at them, and you look up. This heavy static. You watch as your child self falls. And you see the figure that was looking at your younger self is you.
Wait, huh?
You see a form much similar to the one you're currently in.
Nutters pulls out a doll of present day TK. No,
That can't be right.
Nutters pulls out a doll of child TK and holds it up to TK and says, "Show me where you touched yourself."
That's not helping.
You see you're outside of a town named Thessal. And you watch
Okay.
as you see yourself pick up your younger body and with their hands start digging and digging and digging.
What?
They drop the body into the grave and bury it.
What? This doesn't make any sense.
You
It's
say
a
this
snap.
like you haven't died
I
several times already.
just fully descend and just start shouting for the skeletal figure to explain what the hell's going on. This doesn't make any sense.
Nutters tells him to shush, he's ruining the show, and he offers him some popcorn.
And then we
out of
snap.
nowhere.
And you find yourself in this very dark place. You know this place. This is the Kingdom of the Plains, TK. And you see shadow everywhere. As you're walking towards this major kingdom, you see far ahead this beacon light of a cart. And you look at your hands, and they are dirty.
Wait. Huh?
And then you wake up.
Wait. Hold. The fuck? What?
TK? You wake
Can
up.
he wake up with a little popcorn on his shoulder?
So I want to say what's happened outside his dream for me. Who is currently outside of the room? When TK went first to sleep, who was outside the room?
Directly outside?
Not directly outside, just in the hallway.
Yeah.
I guess it would be
Just loitering.
technically. Oh, if we're like
who
going
is
to our
not
room?
in their room?
Yeah, who was not in the room yet?
Oh, then it's not me. If you're saying like
Uh,
who met outside their rooms before they went in, it would
No.
be me.
After everyone
Uh,
split up to go to sleep, was anyone loitering in the hallways?
don't
Wherever
think so.
the small child was.
Yes,
Fall
you're
on
there.
the ground.
Okay. Draco,
Or
were
was
you
I
in your
moved to
room,
my
or were
room?
you were moved? Yeah. Draco,
Okay.
are you loitering, or are you in your room?
I'll probably be in the library reading what I was reading.
Okay. So upstairs or downstairs inside the cloning room, you hear creaking above you as the floorboards. And Draco, you watch as very sluggishly the figure of TK slowly slump past the door to the library, heading for the exit of the cart.
Huh?
Or at least the house.
I closed my book, put it on my back, and followed TK. The fuck?
As the creaking continues on, Jerome, it walks past overhead and then stops as you follow TK outside, around. And you watch as he gets on his knees and starts digging.
In the demi-plane?
In the demiplane. Starts trying to dig the dirt.
I'm like, TK! TK, what are you doing?
No response.
Can I walk over and try to investigate what is actually
Roll
being
investigation.
done?
As TK is digging.
That is a +9, so that's a 27.
He's digging. You see his eyes are halfway open and wide in a way. He's out of it. His face gives this emotionless expression. Like he's on autopilot.
Can I try to pick him up?
You can try.
Strength?
Strength.
+8. So that is a 13.
Make a dex save.
Alrighty. 22, sorry.
You hear TK mutter the words, phew, as you jump back in reaction, but this incineration in front of you where you were standing. And he goes back to digging.
Can I check for some sort of a possession of some sort?
Sure. Roll insight.
That's +5. That is a 13.
You don't sense a possession. But you don't sense him fully there. It's like he's dreaming.
Sleepwalking.
Mm-hmm. As the hole gets deeper and deeper, he lays in it. And then he crosses his arms to hold his shoulders and closes his eyes. You watch as these scorch marks of scorched earth, just fire starting to erupt from him. As you see it ball around him, flames in strands weaving around one another, writhing madly like they're unsatisfied. And they just start to consume the grass around him. But thanks to the nature of the demiplane, it fights back.
Yeah, nothing would burn. There's technically nothing flammable.
Can I try to grapple?
You can
and
try.
But-
restrain him?
But the plants and the tree, well, a lot of the plants and trees and insects are technically alive, so some of it would burn.
It's a 17 to try to grapple.
If you don't remember, Hijack, I did decide that I was going to turn my demi-plane into a safe zone for animals.
19, 20, 21, 22. As you take 22 points of fire damage and are pushed away. As this heat wave that blasts out lights up the sky for a mere second. Before it goes back to being dark. And it smells like cinder in the air. As there's just that sense of hunger. As if the fire and the magic within TK is unquelled. Unnatural. Unsatisfied. And around him you see all these burn marks of wings. Kind of like a biblically accurate angel, if you would say. And then TK, you wake up. Inside a grave.
With some popcorn on your
Oh.
shoulder.
What the hell happened?
Remember, we discovered I can pull stuff out of dreams, so that would mean that he could pull stuff out of a dream if I was there with him. Wouldn't it?
There is no
Remember, I was eating popcorn on his shoulder.
Yeah. You do not pull the popcorn out. However, you do have the.
Yeah, it's
Phoenix.
better. Okay.
What, why?
No, I wasn't trying to pull the popcorn out. I was just trying to say some got left behind.
So TK, how's your vampire impression?
My what?
Your vampire impression.
Don't vampires not like light?
Why am I in a hole?
They don't like sunlight.
Nah, fair enough.
Why am I in a hole? Could someone explain to me how I got here?
You,
You dig.
you is how you got there.
I went to bed. I had the memory searching dream. It started to get very, very nonsensical all of a sudden. And then I woke up here.
You were the one who put yourself in that hole.
Something
Yes,
doesn't make
you
sense.
dug your own grave here.
In
Yeah,
more than one
Well,
way.
the weird, like Nutters just said, the weird part is apparently I dug my own grave in my past as well. Right before the parts that I could actually originally remember started, I buried myself
You're just
according to
reliving
my
your life.
memories. That can't be right. That doesn't make any sense. Thing doesn't.
So you
this
were not
doesn't make
trying to
sense.
do a vampire impression.
I wasn't. I wasn't even conscious.
Just because things don't
something-
make sense does not
what-
mean it is what
What
happened.
is this? This can't be right.
It is what it is. What can you do about it?
How does this make any sense? I literally, a adult version of me walked up to my younger self, knocked him out somehow without even doing anything, and then buried him, and then started walking towards the Kingdom of the Plains and joined up with the party that I remember going with.
TK, I want to mention one thing. You did learn something. What the T of your name means.
I must have not caught that.
You were called Tigress.
Tigress.
Your aunt called you Tigress.
Right now, I'm kind of a little overwhelmed with the whole burying myself
Everyone
situation.
does get along nice, by the way.
You're overwhelmed with the whole hole.
Not helping.
Your subconscious, most likely, if you say these are memories and not dreams,
Yeah.
are reliving past experiences that you found traumatic. Thus, however
Well,
absurd
these aren't always traumatic experiences. As far as I can tell, they've been starting at a point, and every time I've done this, I've gone to one memory from before that point and one memory after that.
As
Just
far
kind of
as you
building a
can
timeline.
tell.
But TK, I want to mention one
Yeah?
thing. Apparently, your present day memory has caught up.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. You'd think there'd be more, and that was the most nonsensical way for it to tie to my present memory. How does that even work? That doesn't make any sense.
Whether you
can't-
understand or not does not make a difference about what it is.
That I
Simply, you need
bur-
to find
like
out
a
what this
separate
means.
version of myself buried myself? Then what does that make me?
The evil clone?
Dead.
You have to
Dead.
find out. You could be dead. You could be like me. I don't exist, and yet I
Actually,
am still here.
wait a second.
Oh, or
I
you
wrote
could be like
3
Giblet.
memories.
You could be like Giblet.
I only got 1.
Giblet and I
You
are
got
in a
one.
similar state.
Big one.
Oh, so I got, in place of 3 smaller ones, I
No,
got
you
1
got-
big one.
You and Giblet are not in a
Gotcha.
similar state.
We are in a similar state,
How
such
does
as we are
this-
both out of time.
you
Neither
think
of us
there's a
are within
version-
the bounds of time.
So
No,
you think
you're-
I'm
you're-
out of time? Or
No,
something.
You are out of time because of time shenanigans. Giblet is out of time because only one of him exists. Ever!
Giblet is out of time because of his deity, whom I met recently. I am out of time because of my master.
No. Giblet is out of time because
Nutters,
of what he is.
you know that the
Y'all are
you know
y'all
that
are
the
all
cart-
out of time because of Nutters.
Nutters,
Right
you know
at
that
the moment.
Nutters, you know that the cart is pulling or near another village named Thorspin.
What?
Named Thornspin. I went through your dream.
Wait, we're
Yeah.
actually approaching a place from my past?
Anyways, you're gonna get out of the hole or you can just sleep right
Yeah. I'm already getting up out of it. I'm just kind of processing what the hell just happened.
You feel amazing, TK. Like you haven't slept in years and you just slept 3 days in a row. Like that good of sleep.
Except for the whole concern about what
Except
I
for that.
witnessed, obviously.
Your body, your mental is straining, but your body feels amazing.
Well, there's at least that positive.
You can have inspiration.
Oh, keep that in mind.
Testing positives, not always a good thing.
No.
It depends.
Nutters, you do know that that village that TK saw in his dream was named Thornspin as well, if you want to mention that. That is the one that you guys...
I am not there. I'm in the living room, passed out drunk.
No, that's fair.
I just happened to cast a spell to keep an eye on him. I didn't mean that I was still awake.
Fair enough.
TK, time is a fickle thing. You need to figure out what this means and what happened in your past to make you
Well-
not remember anything that happened.
Well, that's the confusing part. My memories go, or at least at that part. My younger self, the version I was following, met the modern version of myself. I got knocked out, buried alive, and then pretty much directly after that, it loops into what I currently know. This version of me apparently doesn't connect to anything that's happened, as far as I can tell, which doesn't make any sense. I'm
Take
like
a different path.
completely out of the loop of memories that I'm currently in, or at least that I'm
See-
currently trying to search.
See if you can try to change something in these memories. See if they're truly memories, or rather, dreams about the past. If these are memories, you should not be able to actually change anything about them. But if these are just dreams about the past, you can affect everything.
Well, I was told specifically these were memories.
Who told you that?
The one literally giving me access to them.
Can Nutters tell us?
The
it's
pony
Nutters
boy
would
on the-
know if it's a
Pony boy
memory.
on the boat.
They were actually memories. They were
Okay, so
chronological
so-
memories.
So Nutters knows your memories.
Yeah.
Not just dreams.
Nutters
they're
can
full of them.
attest.
You know they're memories that are being brought by an aspect of death, Nutters.
Okay.
Not death himself, but one
So-
of their aspects.
TK,
Yes.
despite bullshit happening, do you figure out why you have no parents?
Not
Isn't
yet.
it apparent?
Could you? This is not the time.
No, TK. Learned you do
Yeah?
have a parent. Remember.
Apparently, I still do.
You know,
Remember,
his mother.
the
I
20th of September.
I want to pull out my
Okay.
lightsaber so bad right now, but it would break the map.
I didn't realize that I could have Alexa alert me when my delivery is here. It's pretty awesome.
Alexa, order me Domino's.
What else do you
Yeah.
all do for this night?
Joke's on you, it's already being delivered.
I am going to take a nice freaking lie down.
Okay.
In your hole.
Contemplate what the hell's my current situation, because it's just gotten a lot weirder
Everyone
and more
So you're
confusing.
So you're getting out of the hole in the ground to lie down,
Yes.
or you're just laying
going
down
back
where
to
you're
my
lying
bed.
down?
Hi, Jack.
Mhm.
Can I make an Arcana check on the hole itself?
Sure.
That's +3, so that's a 13.
What are you trying to discern?
Whether or not there's any magical residue that's not the fire magic that went off that's still inside of this hole. Whether or not this is something being brought on by an outside source, or whether or not this is something completely internal to TK.
There's residual arcana, but it was arcana that was set there from a source. And
You would
assume
have
what
to,
the
if
source
you
was.
want to answer that question, you're gonna have to do an augury.
Yeah.
That'd be the only way to answer what you're asking is augury.
Would be. There's magic there, but it's small scent. And everyone returns to slumber, and we wake up the next morning. Of which
Nutters has a hangover and he casts silent on everybody.
Wow.
Ravel comes in and says, "It seems we're passing another town. Name's Thornspin. Do we want to stop in for supplies, or
What?
we're passing by a town?
The name.
Thornspin.
That sounds familiar. Can we stop? Can we stop there?
Very well. The cart is pulled into Thornspin.
I'm gonna go take a look around.
You head out, you see a little bit changed, but still structurally similar town. You see that tavern that the bard played at every night.
Huh.
You see
Nutters is getting out and he's gonna look for the grave. Nutters is looking for the grave that he saw.
Wasn't this place pretty
baby
close to
Thorkeen
the
get buried
Kingdom
in.
of the Plain? I'm wondering.
From what you
You
found.
know, the one where we saw baby Thorkeen get buried in. Nutters is looking for that. Because he's gonna dig it up.
Are you following TK?
I'll
are you
see you-
following Nutters?
I'll follow Nutters.
You follow to the spot down the road as there's this static that starts happening as you get that headache.
It's happening again. Nutters, do you know what might be happening? I'm not doing so hot.
Make a con save, TK.
Nutters actually, no, I actually have a free enchantment slot. Nutters offers you a, what appears to be a extremely crude, whittled wooden ring.
Ring of Mind Shielding?
Yes, it is. Well, it's a
I'll
ring of
take it.
psychic resistance, actually.
If it might help, so I can keep going, I'll take it.
So it's a little better than a ring of mind shielding. It's a ring of psychic resistance. Resistance to all psychic attack.
I'm gonna roll something to see a DC. You're gonna have to roll. Oh, okay, 11. I need you to roll a D20. Or, hold on. I'm gonna roll a number. Don't look. I want you to say higher or lower. Tell me. Say higher or lower right now. Not you,
who?
TK. Matters. Higher or lower. Devlin?
Psychic resistance, what that means is
I
if he
know.
makes a save, he
Yeah,
takes no damage.
He takes no damage. I know. But
Okay, I just want to make sure you
I know.
understand.
Yeah, I know what it does. I just want to. There's just one thing. Higher or
Okay.
lower?
For me?
Yeah, higher
Yes.
or lower?
Lower.
Lower. Okay. Oof. You're gonna roll a d20, and you have to roll below a 9.
Shouldn't be a problem for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Talon.
It stands strong. The ring does not.
Yo,
break.
if you give me the
Can
option, I'm
talk now.
always gonna take low because I always roll for shit.
That's fair. Okay. Is anyone else
Anyway.
following TK and Nutters out of the cart into the town?
Which town?
Yeah,
is it?
Dick, I can talk now.
Cool. Doing something. Thornsman. Town called Thornsman.
Would I have been here before?
You've been to Thornsman before, yeah. You know that there's a bard
Okay.
here that plays very often. Very amazing bard. Very magical.
I gotta set up my port.
Yeah, I'd definitely be going then.
I'm going to steal things with Eldril.
Are you going to follow TK first, or are you just going to go straight to the tavern?
So TK and
TK and Nutters
who
seem to
else?
be walking with
TK
a
and
heavy
Nutters.
dedication to somewhere.
Okay, I'll leave them alone. Hey, would anyone like to... I know we are saving the world and all, but we did just kill a warlord. Would any of you like to relax at the bar?
I'm gonna commit crimes.
You're gonna commit crimes with Eldra.
Yes.
Personally, I think going to the bar would be a waste of time. We need to get through this as quickly as possible.
Well, what are Nutters and TK doing?
I do not know, but I assume it has something to do with his dream last night.
Okay, so why can't we go to the bar while they figure that out?
We need to get moving towards the next warlord.
We
Look,
can't
Jerome,
leave
I
without
don't.
them.
We're all the rest of us. We're all just mortals.
How do you know we're not?
We need fucking rest.
How do you know we're not heading toward right this moment?
How do I know that we are?
How do you know you're not?
How do I know we are?
Equal sides,
So
same
getting off
coin.
topic.
Either way, simply put, I believe that we should not waste our time doing frivolous things We should be preparing for the next warlord and whatever they may have for us.
And we can prepare for the next warlord by calming our heads. Make sure we can fight better when our mind
Getting
is
drunk.
calm.
Getting drunk is not calming the mind. Getting drunk is losing your calmness of mind. It's making you forget who you are and where you are so you don't feel the pain.
It's a way to also release some stress, let's be honest.
I did wrong. My bad.
Wow.
Well, I tried to thumbs up. I don't know.
I check. Can I commit crimes?
Yes,
Anyways,
roll for crime.
you guys can go to the
I'm
bar.
rolling for crime.
I am going
I roll 2 for me and
find
Eldra.
a spa so I can just fucking relax for a
Eldra does
day.
She does good crime.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll for myself then.
One goes to the bar, one goes to a spa. What are you doing, Jerome?
Training and contemplating. Meditation rather than drinking to calm the mind.
Do you want to hang out in the bar, though, where there is music?
No, I would most likely be in my
So-
room looking over the item that I got from the hag.
Tupa, you enter the bar and you do see the humanoid bard that usually plays here.
With me?
It's a humanoid bard. He's completely
Anyone
bald.
come with me?
I don't think so.
No one came with me.
No, it's just you.
Okay.
Humanoid bard.
Okay.
Bard. He's got an eye patch and he's playing on a viol. You see this spectrum of just magic going around the air, and it's wonderful.
I go up to the bar and I order a drink.
You get yourself a drink after what you had last night with Ravel. Nothing is beating that. You do not get drunk.
I check. I
have
rolled.
nothing.
No, roll nothing. After what happened with Ravel, you've got some tolerance, forcefully.
I rolled. I got a 13. Plus my stealth is another 13. 26.
You don't commit much crime. The worst crime you commit is loitering. You get some supplies, though.
Yeah.
Not stolen, paid for, but yeah.
Yeah.
As we pull over to TK and Nutters, see this flat grass. You see tall grass overgrown this pathway. And you find this spot. What do you do?
I really, if this is the spot, I think it is. I really
Nutters
apprehensive
pulls
about-
Ravel out of his bag and says, "Dig here."
Pulls out his gravedigger's shovel, and he starts. And every time that happens, you hear that cracking, staticky noise.
I don't like this at all.
And he's digging for a good minute. As he says,
I pulled Ravel out because of his excavation shovel. Remember?
yeah, that's what he's using.
Then he should be able to move Earth,
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
because that's what that gives. Move Earth.
Okay, yeah, he moves some earth. This big hunk of dirt goes out. Nutters?
Yeah.
There's a body.
I was hoping this wasn't actually true.
Nutters start singing "It's Raining Men."
That is not helpful.
And in the grave, we see a younger but familiar, brown-haired, light-shirted, blue-panted child, without the yellow jacket, because that's the one you have now.
You stole his jacket.
And you see their skin at different parts fallen off, but there's nothing below the flesh. No rotting. No decay.
What the hell?
And unlike your much more vibrant colored eyes, theirs are a heavier, duller color.
Uh,
Lifeless.
I don't like this. Getting sick just thinking about it.
And Ravel picks up the body. TK, make a
Why are you
Constitution save with advantage.
Why are you picking up?
I'm using the feather I found out of your dream, and I'm gonna use it.
That's a +8 to a 13.
Okay. That heavy static as everything, as your vision around the edges start getting staticky and blurred. Before you close your eyes and it stops.
I'll tell Nutters that staticky feeling came back for a sec.
As Nutters, you saw a small leech of energy come from the younger form and pull into TK.
When I tried to bring him back to life with the feather.
Yep. As the feather disappears into it, the static starts, and that energy pulls to TK.
Ah.
What the hell's happening here?
Just reunited your pieces of your souls together again.
I don't even know what the hell is going on here, and I do not like this. This still doesn't make any sense.
Hey, it looks a lot like you.
Yeah, because that was me, apparently.
What?
In the memory I saw last night, this apparently was the version of me I was following all this time in the memories I've been seeing. Up until my last memory, where
Doing yourself.
I didn't even touch the younger version of myself. I was knocked out, buried, and then apparently this body took my place, and then went to the Kingdom of the Plains, and that's where my memories began.
You do notice one thing throughout your dream. You did notice one thing throughout your dream. You never aged, TK.
Really?
You never aged.
How does that make any sense? How much time passed over the course of those memories?
Maybe 2 months. It wasn't long. But still, there was change in how you acted and how your mind worked and your magic, but physically, nothing.
From the center of the timeline up till that final memory?
From the furthest back you can remember to then, not a single
That's
change.
a 2-month timeline.
From the middle it was 2 months, but from the beginning, it's maybe about 7.
So it's only been 2 months since he killed himself.
No, it's been several years since that moment from now.
From now, it's been from then to now. It's been several years, and still,
Yeah.
you haven't shown any aging.
Wait.
From what you remember
And
yourself
apparently
looking like
neither has
from
the
your
body.
dream to 7 years now, you haven't aged.
Come to think of it, this doesn't make any freaking sense. What the hell is going on here?
Static returns
What?
and then goes away. As soon as
Who
you start
returns?
having mental strain, the static returns.
And the static's going back. Oh my gosh, oh my god. What do I do? Nutters? You got any ideas?
The answer is simple. Just don't think about it.
How can I not think about? You're not even here. Shut up.
The answer is simple. Don't think about it.
Nutters has an idea.
What's your idea? Please, it be a good one.
Nutter changes the ring that he gave him from being a resistance to psychic to a ring of mind shielding.
The ring breaks. Just full on snaps. can tell whatever psychological effect is hindering TK right now, it's on par with your level of enchanting. It's big.
Probably. I'm assuming as soon as he switches the ring around, the spike in pain comes back.
No. It stops. Still.
Okay.
Everything is quiet.
Still doesn't seem right. How does this make any sense?
So what do we do with this?
Heck if I know.
He hands you to he goes to hand you to you.
I don't want it. What do you think I'm going to do with it?
But Ravel does step closer a bit towards the path. You should make
You
another
should
wisdom
eat
save.
it. You should eat it.
Need to make a whiz save. Oh dear.
Eat it.
And no amount of wisdom is going to save me from
Heavy
that.
static returns as it just fully
Fuck.
fills your vision and your ears. And when it comes back, you can only see out of one eye. And as you open the other, you see yourself. From
What is
where-
happening?
You see from where Ravel is holding the child. In one eye, you see your current perspective, and in the other, you see its perspective. As you see one eye of the child figure return to its normal glow.
Guys. This
The
just got
static-
worse.
The static returns back to normal.
This doesn't. This. What? What? Did I just see out of that body?
And that's where we'll end it today.
Wait.
No.
I got
Aiden.
a
No.
I got a funny thing after
No.
we end here.
No. But as always, guys. Good night.